Uh 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 Hello, mic testing. Hello. Oh my god, the cats are going crazy. No. Sit down. What is up? Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, good night, wherever you go today, guys. Hello. I should just do a podcast. That's like a podcast intro right there. What is up, guys? How you guys doing? I had a good night's sleep. It wasn't like a massive amount of hours, but you know, it's like it's good enough. You know what I'm saying? Kind of energized. Yeah, I started early. Yesterday, while I was doing the recording for the No Cookie Gacha account, dude, I was dying, man. I was legit dying. No worries, Cherry Blossom. Oh no, I'm getting wrecked. I'm dead. Dude, I climbed so much though. From 90,000 to 3,000. I didn't even play that much. I don't know about Caviar was built for chapter 13 and 14. I can't necessarily say he was built for it, but I feel like he does definitely have a place inside of the meta for sure. Yeah, for sure. Without a doubt, he definitely has a place inside of the meta. For the guild boss battle and for the world exploration arena, I have a feeling they're gonna be really good. I don't know. I really hope that Black Pearl's damage is not as freaking crazy as what it was shown inside of the video. So if you guys watched the video that I posted about an hour ago, and then you guys saw, right? Like, God, that thing was kind of crazy. Well, the debuff resist, I don't think it's gonna be like massive like Parfait. Parfait is a straight up support, right? So Parfait has a 40%. I think the debuff resist will probably be around like 15 to 20% if good. So Galaxy Cookie, I just started. Welcome. So I think it's gonna be more of that, right? Okay, but do you really want him to be a super epic? I think it's better for him to be an epic, right? Their max damage is 300k, but 300k, you gotta realize is a huge number. Okay, and that's based on max HP, and that is literally how it's for everybody. Even Clotted Cream has a max cap of 300,000 with his skill. If you look right over here, 300,000. Sorbet also has a max cap of 300,000 because if you look, max HP is 300,000, right? If it goes over that, then you're just one-shotting cookies. That will be stupid. So you're stuck on 9-1, then you need to focus on your team, level up your cookies, toppings. Nowadays, with the cookies that are available, you shouldn't be stuck until you get to around world or episode 11 majority of the time. Yeah. But world 9, episode 9, any of the summoners will be the key. Yeah. Why don't you use Sea Fairy? Sea Fairy is not like the best to use right now inside of the meta unless you're using it for a certain team. This team right here, the one that I shared with you guys yesterday, is literally the one team that I've used right now from that moment that I shared a video with you guys till now. I literally use one team, no other team, literally zero other variation, just one team to climb so far. Why is everyone saying Black Pearl sucks? Who's the one that's saying Black Pearl sucks? How do you know Black Pearl sucks? No one should be able to know Black Pearl sucks yet. There's just no information out there. How can somebody say they suck? That's just weird. Caviar is a middle. Yep, not a tank. Not a tank. I recently beat 1123. Should I continue or try to get stronger cookies to 3-star it? Well, I don't recommend you 3-star it as of right now. If you were able to just beat it, just keep going. 1123 honestly is one of the harder stages, especially for a newer player. What's up, Codation? $10 donations from Codenation. 100% broken because I said so. Good morning. What's up? What's up? On your second account today? Are you live streaming over there? I don't know if you were live streaming. I just kind of went and grabbed some coffee real quick. And I am here. So. It doesn't seem like you're live streaming on that channel, but you're on it. What is up, though? Thanks for joining, Code. That's Code on his second channel. Oh, so your wife was sick with COVID then, huh? Because I remember you saying your wife was sick. Oh, so she got COVID. Is it her first time getting COVID? And your little boy got it too. Uh-oh. Aesthetic pastel. That stays on that channel, right? The last night before stream, and it was positive inside it. This is second time. Okay. All right. Hopefully the symptoms are not as bad. I know people getting it for the second time is not as bad as the first, especially after the vaccine, if she got the vaccine. So hopefully she recovers quickly. When I got it, I recovered within a week. And that was my first time. So I hope she recovers quickly so she can go back, and I hope your little boy isn't suffering too much from any of the symptoms. Yeah, I mean, it's usually like that. Nowadays, the newer variations, they don't take away the smell and the taste. It's usually like just like the the sinuses and stuff. So it's not as bad as they used to be, I think. Yeah, which is good. But it's just once you get it, like you have to, you just gotta be careful, right? So, do you have any cookie team for me to use that doesn't have financier or cream unicorn? Well, financier, yes, I can make one without financier, but nowadays cream unicorn is like a standard. What thoughts on the update code? Well, first of all, for me personally right now, I need some gacha. I need some gacha in my life. It ended too quickly. Especially the new cookie. Cream unicorn was absolutely wonderful. But the Disney update, it was fun for like the first 2 days, and then it just became a chore. So I need some new stuff, new cookie, new strategy, new teams to come out, because Cream Unicorn is so simple, right? So straightforward. You just literally heal. That's it. But I need something more, right? So if you can't invest in Cream Unicorn, do you have Herb right now? Herb is the best, I would say, next to Cream Unicorn. Not as good, or probably not even near it. But yeah. I mean, the mini games. So I actually took this part out from my video, but the main concern that I have is I am hoping that this game mode doesn't become a complete whatchamacallit. I hope it doesn't become a permanent thing. I don't know about you guys, but when Cookie Run Kingdom makes something permanent, okay, it becomes more of a chore. Okay, it becomes something that you have to do, right? It's interactive. There's different things, but you got to realize there's only two mini games, right? Two mini games, which is the oven break one where you have to jump, right? And then another one is you have to dodge lightning. The reason why I say I hope it doesn't become a permanent thing is once it does, like I said, it becomes a chore, and that means that, you know, we're taking the space of what could be other things, right? And you're just shoving in a new content that's going to be staying forever. I feel like if they do it, they need to do it like probably, yeah, it really takes away the fun. Exactly. You know, it just becomes something that you have to log in to do in order to, you know, hopefully get the rewards, right? True. Another thing is, yeah, stamina. It does take stamina. We already have master mode, which takes a ton. We have dark mode, which takes like 30 per, like, you know, round. We have to farm toppings on top of that, right? We don't have stamina jellies for those. They're not giving us another way to increase our stamina as of right now. So I think these are the things that they need to think about, right? And also, like I said, the reason why I hope it doesn't turn into a permanent thing is because I want other things back. I want Mayhem back. I want the Tropical Raid back. I want more of these seasonal things back. You know, maybe you can keep it for like a quarter, right? We talked about this before too. You know, maybe Tropical Raid will become a seasonal thing, right? A quarterly things, you know, and then Mayhem will be a second quarter thing. But that was never a thing, right? Tropical Raid, literally, they literally said it in their patch note that if you don't use your keys, then you can use it for the next Tropical Raid. Did Tropical Raid come back after a year? No, it never came back. When we thought it was gonna come back for this update, nope, it wasn't. It was a completely different thing, right? So it's like, you know, these things, like when they made the Cookie Alliance permanent again, yes, it's pretty fun. I mean, it changes every season, but like that's another chore, right? And then you gotta do other things like arena constantly, right? If you want to get the highest reward, like I'm doing right now. You gotta do your guild boss battle, which is absolutely like crazy now, right? There's just so many things you have to do. You know, and then now on top of that, if this thing becomes permanent, I mean, like if it becomes like a 2-season thing and then, you know, they revamp it and then bring it back, you know, it'll be nice. Like it'll keep everything fresh, right? Like Kode's saying, you know, it doesn't become something that, you know, just people like, you know, lose interest after like a couple times, you know. So I'm just hoping that it doesn't become something like that. I hope that they put a little bit more thought into this and they're not rushing it just because they needed an update, right? We desperately needed an update. That is for sure. We needed one. However, it's not something like it'd be less beneficial for them to rush it just because we needed an update. Especially something like this. And I hope that, you know, sure, you know, as long as they fix it for the next whatever it is, if there's problems, right, then it'll be okay. But if they just keep it the same and, you know, stuff like that, then exactly, Code. That's why I wanted to discuss it this morning. You know, that's the main reason why I turned the live stream on today in the morning after I've posted my video of the full breakdown and reading the patch note and everything. You know, it's good that they're revamping guild boss battles slowly. You know, it's something that was desperately needed. They're giving out more torches, which is something that I literally talked about in the beginning of the new update, right? And then people were like, you know, there were going to be things like lavatory and things like that, but that never came. You know, and now they're revamping it so that people are able to get more trophies to gain higher ranking, and also people are able to get more torches for the gacha, which is important, right? So it's important, right? Oh yeah, and another thing is for the lazy people, right? The time jumpers. I think that's really important too. For for the lazy people who are like 12 islands like being taken over by pirates. So yeah, I mean, I just hope that they're not going into the steps of, you know, trying to just get so much money, right? A lot of Korean companies tend to fall into that. I gotta let you know, you know. So I hope that Dev Sisters have been good at it, pretty good at, you know, keeping that line. So we'll just have to see how it turns out for this update. You know, this Disney update, yes, it was good in the beginning. I'm sure they got a decent amount of money for it. I don't know if they made up the money that they paid Disney for the IP, but you know, I'm sure it could have been way better. You know, it could have definitely could have been better. Yeah, Code, you want to hop into a call? Is that what you want to do? I'm down for it. Something you could do because you're at home, right? Galaxy Bro, let me see. What was your question? Hello?
Yo, what's good, boss?
What's up? Is my sound okay for you?
Yeah, it's perfect for me. I can hear you.
Awesome. Hey, guys, can you guys hear Code on your end? Let's see. Just say something.
Yeah, what's up? What's going on, chat? Can you guys hear me?
I just hired you, so. All right, yep, you can hear it.
You just hired me. How much you paying?
Oh, I mean, like.
I know what you're
your
saying.
voice, yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Nah, dude, because I'm working from home, so yeah, I absolutely can just hop on here and just chill and chat. I just got you pulled up on a tab, and I figured I would just voice over instead of messaging back and forth.
Definitely, it's more interesting this way and better.
Yeah.
So how's everyone? Well, I mean, I know I already asked you, and you probably told me, but is your family okay? Good?
Yeah, everything's going good. Everything's going good. The wife is super, like I said, she's been sick for like, I don't know, what, 2-3 days now. So she's been kind of like, you know, I don't want to give her I don't want to say she's over the hump, but I think she is. Like, she's on the point where she can at least take medication, you know, like simple, like cold and flu meds and just, you know, chill and relax. So that's what she's doing right now. She's currently watching him because technically I'm working, quote, from home. So yeah. I can't be off the computer or walking away. I got to be available in case if somebody reaches out to me or needs something. But yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, like, it's very interesting because so this will be the second time that our household, besides my son, has gotten COVID. Like, I've had it twice. She's had it twice.
Okay.
And then, but like, I feel perfectly fine. So I don't know, you mean, like, if I've built up enough immunity to it. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, if it just hasn't caught up to me or what. But, I mean, we sleep in the same bed together. And, you know what I mean? I've been around my son for the past 2 days. So we'll see.
I mean,
we'll see what
like,
happens.
I feel like it's really weird right now. Like, the chances of somebody getting COVID is definitely not as extreme as it was before.
Right.
Because I know people who are like, you know, family members get it, and then the person that I know just never gets it, you know? So it's like, I think it just really depends. And then, of course, like your body condition, I think it really matters too. Whether you're really tired, you know, sick, you know. Like and
I guess it also goes to say too, you know, with me being such a high-strung, you know, high-energy person, I know in the past, like, that's always helped me out as well. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like for anything, because all it would do is like slow me down a little bit. You know what I mean? You know, versus like, you know, being like making somebody absolutely exhausted. So that's kind of always helped me out too. But other than that, man, everything's going good, dude. I'm super hyped for the overall update. I really am pumped. I'm excited for a ambush legendary cookie, but like we've kind of voiced some of our concerns here. I mean, there is some things that I am nervous on, or that I would like to see differently. I think I do agree with you on the fact that they're pushing a lot of, like you said, chore related content. It's like, hey, we're introducing this new thing, or we're introducing this. You got to log in every single day. You got to maintain it every day. You got to spend this resources every single day. And it's just like, it's like, I like the idea behind that. You're trying to create, sustainability, right? They're trying to get people to come back and play in their game every day and keep the numbers up. But at the same time, like, that's also driving players away who just want to play the game casually and still progress.
Exactly. So what the reason why I said that too, Jazzy, thanks so much for the $5 donation. Would you mind sharing your laboratory? Yeah, I'll share it right now. But the main thing that I've learned, I'm in touch with Andy Runner right now, because I actually joined his guild recently for this season. So
Oh, nice.
I'm in a chat with pretty much like the top players, and
Yeah.
a lot of these players too. Even before I joined,
Are they all Korean? Can I just ask that?
majority,
Isn't
yeah.
he Korean? I was
Yeah,
gonna
he's
say, yeah.
Korean. Yeah,
Okay.
so he's
Yeah.
Korean. The chat is Korean. All these players are like top, right? Like
Yep.
players inside our arena as well as the guild boss battle, and some of them, he's been voicing his concerns as well inside of his videos as well. He is part of a huge Korean community for this game, and a lot of these people who's been spending money on the game, supporting the game, and have been playing the game very diligently, are leaving, right? Because they just don't feel the same passion as before because of all the new things, and how they're going on with the updates. And I don't know the whole detail behind why they're quitting the game, or just not playing at all anymore. But it's just like that now, because they're just with the Disney update, guild battle update, it just really became.
I was raging last night.
Uh-huh.
If you haven't seen it, if you guys haven't seen it, like, they should go rewatch the live stream from last night, dude. I was raging about the Disney thing. Like, somebody asked me about it, and I
Mhm.
just, for whatever reason, like, just took the cap right off the bottle, and I was just like, I just started raging on the whole Disney collab. I even went as far, dude, as pulling up their quarterly reports and like showing how bad it was.
I mean, it's like I gotta say, it was really like the money grab move. It really was, to be honest with you. I mean,
The thing is, though, is like, I don't even know, like, I don't even know if I would call it like a money grab, because like everything was down. Their revenue was down. They did not grow with the number of like players that they wanted to, like they expected anything. So like, I just think the whole Disney collab was a fail, like across the board, because even
Mhm.
if you, like, I pulled up the numbers yesterday and was looking at it, and like, looking at the Sonic and Tails collab, right? Like, I went back and like Google Trends, and I pulled that up and shown it on stream. Like, the Disney collab didn't even make it halfway to the point of what Sonic did.
Well, the thing is, right now, I think the main thing is, we'll never get back into the Sonic, like the trend that Sonic had on the game.
Right.
That was like the peak, that was like the peak of how Cookie Run Kingdom was. And it was the time when, Cookie Run Kingdom was just really big. It was like the next trending game. So everyone was looking at it.
Right.
Sonic
Which
just
is true.
really pushed the hype even further. And Jazzy, thank you so much for the another $5 donation. Of course, if anything to help you.
Did you show Jazzy your laboratory yet? Because
Yeah, I just did.
okay, I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say, 'cause
exactly. Yeah,
they're
he just
popping
said
off
thanks
donos. They're
for.
like, bro, I'm gonna keep on donating.
He
So
said
what
thanks
you
for
should
sharing
do
the
is not
laboratory.
show her. You should not show her. So then that way you should not show Jazzy. So then Jazzy continues to donate money.
But yeah, I mean, just like I was thinking like this collab will help. I mean, but the thing is, for the Korean the charts for the number one, like the game wise, the download
Yeah.
wise, and the user wise, Cookie Run Kingdom is still what, fifth place for the Korean, like as a Korean game, with the overseas users and things like that, which means that
Right.
the Disney update did help, with the continuation of that trend. However, I feel like right now what they need is not just just the gotcha, not just gotcha, but like you said, new content, new something that's gonna bring the players to play the game rather than logging in to get something like a cookie, right? That's you can't never use.
Right.
That was the
Yep.
main concern of this collaboration, was that players didn't get to use the cookie at all. It's literally you're just staring at it for like a couple seconds. How many people do that?
Yeah, and that was one of my statements that I mentioned yet last night about the Disney collab. As I said, I think the one of the biggest things that killed the collab, I think for most people, was like 100% the like you can't play with the cookies. Like I think the problem with that is people don't want a walking around decoration.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like even if the cookie is never going to be as good as epics or never going to be as good as ancients, legendaries, nothing, it didn't matter about that. It's just the principle behind they have a cookie they collected, now they can play that, you know, Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse, whatever cookie they want. And because that was not there, I think it just completely botched in my opinion, I think it completely botched the idea of the collab.
Yeah, I know.
Now,
Like people were talking about, you know, at least make like, you know, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy at least a playable cookie, or even just, you know, Mickey
yeah,
or someone like that. You know,
100%.
it
And I
just at
think,
least
and I
could have
don't know,
been
and
helpful.
the sucky part is we don't know the scope of the collab, right? So like, I mean, in theory, we don't know, you know what I mean, what happened behind closed doors. You know, we don't know what, you know, Disney suggested, you know, or Disney pushed for, you know, versus what, you know, Dev Sisters pushed for. I guess we don't really know that. But yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I definitely think that that was one of the biggest crutches for the overall collaboration. I think if they would have had it to where you could play them, even if they, you know, again, they're not as good, I think that would have kept more players around because they would have at least been excited to, you know, to at least collect the cookies and at least just to have them.
Exactly. Like, you know, there has to be something that they earn from collecting, but yes, we did have the buffs, right? Like the kingdom buffs and, you know, the event going on for the stamps, but in reality, how many of the free to play players right now, I don't know how many of you guys are free to play right now inside of the chat, but how many of you guys actually reached that 32 stamp to get that free legendary and ancient? Yes, that was a drive, but you know, how many of those events, quests, and, you know, the things and things like that is like, you know, the drive, right? You know, does it really help you guys? Like, are you guys getting there? Like, see, some people are at 23, 6 more stamps, you know, 4 more quests. You know, it just like, you know, it works, but it would have been a lot better. It would have been a lot more beneficial if they, like you said, work towards a cookie that you can use to at least interact with them inside of the game. Right? This is an actual game where you use cookies to battle, right? But we're not the decoration part and looking at the cookies is a very small portion of it. You know?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I completely agree with you on that one, and I wish they would have done something. Like, I was excited. I was hyped for the update when they announced it. I was like, you know, this is cool. You know, how in the world are they gonna have all these cookies come out? You know, when they first dropped, like, you know, the Mickey, Donald, and then Goofy one, and then they started dropping all these Ariel, Mulan, you know, all that stuff. I'm like, how in the world are you gonna do this? And then, you know, we get surprised with the guest cookie completely
yeah, and that was another thing that I mentioned and I was ranting about too last night on stream. I basically just told the chat, I was like, you know, the thing that makes me that I think is stupid, I was like, I don't understand why they ever decided to introduce different rarities. Like, I think they have no purpose. Like I feel like at somebody somewhere sitting at Dev Sisters, right, or whatever they were doing, I thought they just, for whatever reason, thought it'd be cool to introduce a super epic. I think it's the stupidest thing.
What
like,
rarity do you think they should have just been?
I think they should have just made them epic.
Epic?
Like, why?
Okay.
Like, I don't understand. Like, so we've got the ancient cookies. We know the story and history behind them. We've got the legendary cookies. We know the story behind them, right? Like in the ranking.
Yeah.
But yet, then they all of a sudden drop a brand new super epic cookie, right? And what I don't understand is people are choosing to not use super epics over epics, right? So like, I mean, like they're on the same, in my opinion, the same playing field. So like, I feel like they could have just made them epic cookies, right? Drop them with the Cookie Odyssey, you know, chapters just like they normally do, or they did, but then make them epics. And then I think the whole thing with the next guest cookies from Disney, it's like, why? Just make them specialty cookies just like Sonic and Tails. Even though they're not playable, who cares? Like, you already have a rarity for collaborations. That's why I just think it's dumb that we're introducing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's something small. It doesn't change the game. But like, I just think it's so dumb sometimes. I just think that, like, why would we need to do that? You know what I mean? Instead, just keep it the same. Like, just introduce the same exact stuff. Or if they wanted to go with this new guest, you know, rarity, then why not go back and change Sonic and Tails rarity to just guess then? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the way that I feel. Like who cares? Like just change it back to like change it to guest to keep it consistent.
Well, for the super epic, I understand just because it's the lore wise, you know, the Odyssey and Clouded Cream and Oyster were a bit special, so I understand that part, you know. But yeah, I guess they could have went with the, you know, I don't know about they could have been an epic just because, you know, they if they made it an epic, they have to have a actual featured crystal banner for them. So I don't think it would have worked out too well for them, just because, you know, that's how they were trying to, you know, feature the cookie and the gotcha. However,
Right.
for the guest one, yeah, I completely agree. I completely thought it was just I don't know what they were doing with that one, dude.
I think
I
it's
don't.
just a side thought. I think they just thought, oh, this would be cool. We'll just introduce, the cookies, and then we'll also just introduce, you know what I mean? We'll just introduce a brand new rarity for
You
the
know what
cookies, and
I
that's
think
probably what it
though?
is.
Well, I think Disney had a big like push on trying to release all these cookies into the game. I think Disney wanted them to have all of these cookies out, right? Maybe devs first thought, you know, just like how it was with Sonic, they wanted to make it a playable cookie, but I think Disney could have been a part of where like, oh, I want you guys to push out all of these you know, characters from Disney, and Dev Sister
Oh,
had to think of a way
they could have
to
100%.
yeah, incorporate that, and then that's how they had to, you know, they had to come up with that guest cookie. That's another, you know, possibility. Of course, we don't, like you said, we don't know what's going behind closed doors, you know. So
Yeah, but I don't think you're too far off. I mean, every time if you've ever looked at any interviews with any like companies, or if you've ever read anything on like companies working with Disney in general, they all say that they're a massive powerhouse.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
So because of that, I can 100% see that. I mean, obviously they're going to agree to do a collaboration, right? Dev Sisters probably had to pay X amount of dollars to be able to even do it. And then not only that, they then, like you said, are going to have to follow stipulations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think overall, yeah, I mean that probably is a big deciding factor with what happened with the collab. I do know that for a fact that I did get an email one time talking about or asking questions back and forth from some of the developers. Like they did mention that it's been a pain working with, not pain. What was their word? It's been frustrating, is what they said,
Uh-huh.
working with Disney for the collab. So I'm assuming, you know what I mean,
Uh-huh.
like again, like you said, it probably just leads back to a lot of this stuff is probably what Disney was pushing on, and they maybe there was no budging. They were just like, no, this is how we think it should go down. Here's what you're gonna
Yeah.
do, and you're gonna
No,
pay us
I'm
this
I'm
money.
sure it's how it is. I mean, like, you know, Dev Sisters are not like a mega company, right? They're getting bigger. They've definitely gotten bigger over the years, but they're still that company where they needed to ask for their IP to use inside of their game. And I think
Oh yeah.
Disney being that, you know, powerhouse and still having that name called behind Disney, right, had
Yep.
so much power in order to have this collab actually be possible. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would agree 100%.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's almost over. We have what, couple days left. Less than a week. No, less than 2 weeks, right? It's still going on even after we get the next update drop. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm excited. Like I said, going back, I'm definitely
12
excited
days
for
left.
the brand new update. I think it's really cool. I do agree with you. I think the whole stamina concern is the thing for me, just because I do know that we've got so much stuff in the game that already consumes our stamina. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like, and and us trying to maintain it, me and you, is not going to be hard, right? Because we put in that much time throughout the playing the game throughout the day, every day. And not only that, like, we just buy more stamina, right? Like, I mean, we can accumulate more stuff, but with a lot of the free-to-play players out there, dude, it's getting harder and harder, you know what I mean, for them to figure out what's the best utilization for their stamina. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? It's like, okay, my account is level 26, right? I've got these 10 cookies. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, well, I'm also trying to work on this. I'm trying to get promotions on them. How do I spend my mileage points? Now the question is going to be asked, you know what I mean? Well, I've got 500 stamina. What should I do with it?
Now you
You
think
know what I
about
mean?
it, I actually didn't read inside of the patch note what the level requirement or the requirement was in order to get into the island. Did you
For the
read that?
Black Pearl?
Yeah, there was nothing about that, right? they usually when they talk about updates and new game modes that are going to come out, like Cookie Odyssey, for example, it was clear, 12-30, right?
Yeah, but you
But
also remember too, though, this is sneak peek though. So like,
no,
so
but
they
usually
might they might go back and
they
I do agree
usually
with you.
do put
They
that in
usually do
there.
drop it in
Yeah.
there. Yeah, they
So,
haven't though. So my
yeah.
guess is it'll either be put in there, it'll probably be put in there after, or maybe it unlocks for everybody immediately.
That's
But I don't know.
interesting. That'll be
You
interesting.
would think that it would have to have some sort of requirement because even
Yeah,
tropical soda
exactly.
islands have a requirement.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just, yeah, now I think about it. I actually didn't even think about that when I was reading the thing, because it's just so like second nature that, you just usually have it on there.
Yep.
But yeah, now I think about it when you talked about like, where do they spend their stamina jellies? Like, do they spend it on like, the story mode, whatever they do? And yeah, I was just like, now I think about it, what's the requirement? They don't even have that. So
Yeah, there's a lot of like I said, there's gonna be a lot of interesting questions. I'm very curious, like I said, to see exactly how they deliver, the overall update. And not only that, I'm very curious to see what the game's gonna look like, let's just say like in, 2 months. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And not as far as like the game gonna be good or not. I'm saying as in like what's the requirement then? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
yeah.
With like, with two more updates, or let's just say, you know what I mean, or three more updates, where we at? Because I feel like, again, I think right now it's still really tough for new players diving into the game. Dude, there's so much stuff like that's going on every single day that I don't know. I don't know about you, but I get questions all the time, you know what I mean, from new players that are like, "Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm sitting here looking at this stuff. I've got all these, resources, and I don't know, what's the best to do." And I'm like, the only thing I could try to tell them is like, just focus on the story until you finish the story,
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
like, you know what I mean, because I can't, you know what I mean, like I can't tell them like, "Oh, you should be doing this. Oh, you should be spinning this. Oh, you should be doing this," because it's like it's just way too much, for the
Mhm.
average, casual free to play player.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I completely agree with you on that. And Mini Bear, thanks so much. Thank you so much for the $2 donation. POV, you just got all legend, and you see a new one. And I think this legendary is actually going to be a lot better than what we have right now. Sadly, Frost Queen is literally being used only inside of the arena sometimes, and for the Guild Boss battle right now for some of the higher level Abyss, which not a lot of players are getting into. And we have Seaferry, who's also being used for story mode, kind of, inside of the Guild Boss battle, kind of, and now Arena, kind of. But I feel like this new legendary is definitely going to be something that's going to be a lot better than the first two that we got. But yeah, I completely agree with Code here. The new players, especially the new players, I still have a lot of new players join the game, and they comment on the video saying, "Hey, I just started. What are the good teams and things like that." I just feel like it's really hard for them to focus on one thing, just because there's just so much stuff that are available to them, like you said. And
Oh yeah.
something that I will definitely tell them, just like how you told them, is definitely focus on the story, because the story is definitely what's gonna, in the end, give you the ability to do whatever you need to do, right? So that's probably
Oh
the
yeah.
best thing to do. And then just the normal things, the things that we show in the videos, like arena stuff like that, it comes eventually with time. And I think that's something that all of these updates kind of drive the people away from. Like, they want to do that right away. They kind of overshadow like the hard work and time and dedication that people need to put in order to reach that portion. And I think that's something that I need to work on as well, because whenever I show something, right, players want to do it, and players try to force their way towards that point when they can't do it. They forget the fact that, for me, I've been playing this game for we've been playing it for over a year and a half now, almost, right? Or no, way
Oh
more
yeah.
than a year and a half. And we spend money on the game, and we're literally, kind of pretty much studying the game as well, right? So
Oh yeah.
yeah, players need to understand that portion as well. And I think yeah, I mean, it's a hard game to start at the moment, I guess, right now, just because there's so much stuff to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, like I said, and I think that's where we need to start figuring out, you know what I mean? Like, okay, what is absolutely necessary? You know what I mean? Like, like what's something you mean that, what's the best? I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with it. You mean, is like figuring out what's the best way to do certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is it better to do this? You know what I mean? Should a new player be focusing on this? Should they not be focusing in on this?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. And I think it's all just gonna, like I said, I think it's just gonna boil down to, you know what I mean, Dev Sisters figuring out what the next, what the next plan is. And not only that, too, I'm also very curious to see exactly what the next plan is for Dev Sisters, because these past couple updates, they've been really good. They've been making changes, but I'm also curious, like, how long is that going to maintain? You know what I mean? Because we also haven't seen anything on, like, Oven Smash. I thought we would have seen something by now, or at least a beta test or something opened up, but we haven't even seen anything yet so far on that. So I'm very curious to see what's going on there too.
I have a question here from Sia? I don't think so. The only reason why Captain Caviar is immune to the fear is because it's the lore wise, and he is like that character that's gonna go up against Black Pearl. So I don't think Sea Fairy, Sorbet, Squid Ink, it has nothing to do with the ocean, right? It has nothing to do with that. So I don't think that's a viable thing, or that's something that they need to do. And it adds Snowway. Let's see. You might remember me from last live. I'm still stuck on 11-3. Tell me a good team. Well, you need to tell me what you have. You can't ask me to tell you a team, because in reality, I can tell you anything, and you might not be able to do it. So I need you to tell me your team right now, and the ability that what you have, so I can help you out better than what I just spit out from my head, because it just that's how it works.
All right, so we got this here. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, again, I'm still excited for the game. I'm still invested in the game. I love playing the game. I'm still here for it. It's just, I'm very curious just to see kind of what, the plan is behind closed doors, and kind of, what they, what they are working towards, and going from there.
Yeah. Choco Burrito, yeah, you can ask questions. If you highlight it, I'll try to answer as quickly as possible. I mean, I'm just chatting with Kode here, going back and forth. So yeah, but I mean, like they said, another collab was supposed to happen. I don't know if that was supposed to be the Summoners War. I don't know if that counted towards that. The Summoner War is pretty big, I would say, right? The community is still pretty big, and it's a big game that's been going on for years now, right? So
except the opposite happened. They don't care for it. The majority of player base.
Well, I wouldn't know, because I don't play the game. I know you played.
So like Childish Plays is a big person in that community, and he's a really good friend of mine. And then Bagel also, like, he's done a lot of videos, and then Sean B. So like I know there's a handful of them that are like, okay, it's whatever. You mean, where they're covering it right now just because it's the new collab. But like if you watch some of the videos, like the big ones, like Bagel and some of the other ones, like, dude, they're just ragging on the thing. Like they just don't think it's like the problem is the community for Summoner's War is much older, like, than the player base for Cookie Run Kingdom.
Oh yeah,
right.
Definitely,
So they look at it as oh, we wanted something cooler. You know what I mean? We wanted something cooler. We don't want cookies. Me personally, though, I think when I looked at the cookies and like how they are in their design and stuff, I thought it was good. Like I thought the 3D animations on them, and I thought they fit well in the Summoner's War, like, art design.
I think it looked pretty cool. I mean, I don't play the game. I don't know how it is for the players who actually play the game, but personally speaking, I thought it was pretty cool when they showed it, and the animations and stuff like that. Like you said, it kind of reminded me of the first animation that they had, for Cookie Run Kingdom. And now I think about it, where in the world is the animation that or the anime series that was supposed to come out for this game? Remember that?
There's been a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's been a lot of mentions of a lot of stuff, I feel like, for the game over time. So I'm very curious to see what actually comes to fruition, and and what doesn't. I'm very curious on that. By the way, did you end up? You got the castle, right? You put together the castle with your
Oh
wife
yeah,
or your
yeah,
fiance or
yeah.
whatever.
I did it during a live stream with my fiance when she was over here. That was
Yeah.
a couple months back. Yeah, I know the
Yeah,
new
yeah.
ones came out.
Did you get the new ones?
Nah, I didn't get the new ones yet. I'm thinking about whether I want to get it or not right now.
So I got well. So
I
I
saw
got the
you.
new
I saw
ones.
you building the balloon dock, or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
was
yeah,
it the
yeah. So
hut?
that's one
I
of the
think
new
the
ones.
hut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Sugar Gnome Hut. Yeah, so I put that one together really quick, dude. I tried building the castle on live stream. 3 hours in, and I got the base build. It was a terrible live stream.
Oh, dude, mine took 3 hours total too, and I was on the floor doing it because I couldn't, I couldn't do it on my desk. I had my whole setup. Like it took so long, like not halfway through, but yeah, I was just dying afterwards. My butt hurt so badly.
Dude, mine, dude, mine wasn't even that. Mine was like it was just like I wasn't prepared for it. So, like for instance, like one. I didn't open the box, so I didn't have like all my colors sorted out. I didn't have, nothing. Like, so I literally just started off the stream, open up the box. My first, my first mistake is like my mic, I had no way of communicating. Like my mic was on the desk, right? Like mounted to the desk. So I ended up having to, again, shimmy everything around, right? Move my mic, move my stuff. Then my camera lighting was way too low, and in order for me to fix that, I had to adjust settings on my camera, which then I had to go back and reset later on. Oh, it was a disaster. I think like if people go back and look at it, like I think it was like an hour and a half in with like we didn't even start. It was an hour and a half of me like trying to manifest the live stream so everybody can see, and then finally I set up a second camera using my phone where it was like on my my top down for my hands, so then you could see me while I was assembling and putting together. But again, that was like an hour and a half into the stupid stream.
Yeah, for me,
terrible.
I set up a like a dining table kind of thing, the Korean sitting table where you can eat food together. I set that up on my in my room, and then I had my camera facing me, and then I had my iPad, and I streamed it on my second channel, and then I pulled it up onto my screen as my secondary camera for my hands. Dude, my setup was insane. Like I had so much wires going in, so many different softwares playing at the same time. Dude,
hilarious.
It was wild. When I was setting it up, and I was like, dude, how do I do this? How am I gonna get this thing working? Oh, that was crazy. But yeah, I mean, it was a rough one. If you didn't know what was in that box, then you definitely, I'm sure you struggle a little bit on that.
Dude, I have not put Legos together in years, and I was completely caught off guard. I opened up the box and I was like, oh, everything's in individual baggies, right? So my brain, which I don't know why they didn't do this, but in my brain, I opened up the book, right? And I look at the book and I'm like, okay, step one, it says do this. I need to find these pieces. What was my first thought process? My first thought process was, oh, well, it should just be all in one bag labeled 1. No, that's not the case. There's 4 bags labeled 1.
Oh yeah. There was 4 individual bags. You have to open all of them up. That's what I did. And then I just got it up. A bit. Well, it worked out for me because my table was big at the moment. But your table is not as big, especially because you have all your stuff already. Taking the space. So I'm sure it was a rough one for you.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it totally was. Like I said, I didn't have anything labeled. I didn't have anything done. I literally was just messing around, and then I was like, wait a second. I'm like, okay, so I've got this. And then somebody in the chat was like, oh, you should separate out all of your colors on the Legos. So that's what I ended up doing. And then once I did that, then things went way smoother because then it was like, oh, I need X amount of purple ones, X amount of, you know what I mean? Like easy colors and stuff. And then I finally had it down. But yeah, at the start off with, I had no clue what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, I built a lot of Legos, and I've done a lot of the figurines in the past too, with like Gundam. I was really into plastic models, so when I came to that, I knew what was gonna happen. So that's the reason why I set it up like that for me. But yeah, I mean, I can't imagine me doing that by myself though, like you did. It would have taken me way too long. That thing is It,
Oh yeah, for
it's
sure.
it's like a good, like you doing it by yourself nonstop will be good, like probably 5 hours or something.
Oh
It,
yeah, oh yeah. Like I said, I just got the base built, literally the bottom floor. So like it was literally all I got, like the base build, the walls, like in the bottom story.
Mhm.
Hey, hey, yeah, go watch it. Mama's got it on TV. Go snuggle, mama. Sorry, the sun just came in
No
here, wanted to
worries.
say hi.
Yeah, I heard him over your mic.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. He's just
Yeah.
just whining the entire time. He doesn't feel good.
I mean, yeah, that's what kids do, right? When they don't feel good, they gotta
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
come to daddy.
But yeah. So what I was saying was no, man. I mean, it's cool. Like I said, I enjoy it. I enjoyed the castle, but yeah, I did not have any idea of what I was getting myself into. I literally loaded in into the box and pulled it out. I was like, wait a second. And then, like I said, the other thing that drove me crazy was I looked at the instructions and I'm like, okay, so we got number 1. So I started off with the box, pulled it out, but then there's like 4 bags that say number 1. And I was completely lost. It's like, why wouldn't they just have like each bag labeled per the instruction manual like that?
Mhm.
Like you'd think that would make more sense, right? Like I remember there was like 1 or 2 like steps in, I needed a piece and the piece was in like the 3rd bag. And I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, I don't want to open the 3rd. I don't need any of these parts. Like I just need this one little part. Why can't they just put it in the other bag?
Yeah, I mean, I understood a little bit of it, but you know, it's just I'm sure it just all the packaging, labor, expenses, and all that stuff. So,
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure 100%.
but I mean,
100%. What do you
I feel like the quality was pretty good though. For
Oh yeah.
I mean, they can't legally put it
They
as a
can't claim it as
Lego. Yeah,
Lego.
exactly. So they had to claim it as like the block, whatever they
Yep.
claimed it as.
You
So.
know what I wonder though? Is like on the back end though, like in the foreign country, like wherever they get the Legos made, I wonder if it's the same factory. Because I mean, everything looked Lego. Like I didn't see anything that didn't remind me of Lego.
It's the same yeah, majority of the same companies.
It's probably
You know.
the same
Yeah,
thing. It's just they can't
exactly.
label it with Lego
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
they didn't pay for it.
Exactly. They can't legally do it, or the Lego's coming
They were-
after them.
Right? They're just like, hey, we're just gonna go to your
Yeah.
manufacturer. We're not gonna buy it from Lego. We're just gonna go to the manufacturer and just be
Yeah.
like, hey, can you sell us some bricks? That'd be sweet.
Exactly. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just like you said, overall super excited for the next update. So
Oh yeah, for
yeah.
sure. What are you drinking, by the way? You said coffee. What kind of coffee?
Yeah,
Are you drinking homemade coffee, or you get a coffee at like barista or something?
So I made it from, or I just brewed it from home from the machine. But yeah, I went downstairs. So my apartment has a free coffee machine downstairs. But I went down. I tried to get a coffee that I wanted. Water came out for the first one. Only water came out, and then the next one I tried a different menu. That one only came like steamed milk came out. So I got some French vanilla syrup pump from the from downstairs, and got the cup here. And I came up, just brewed my own coffee with the machine. I used to work at a coffee shop, so
Oh, nice.
I
Yeah, no, I'm not a fancy. I'm not a fancy at all. I mean, I would drink, Starbucks and all your big box, store like coffees. Like I'll drink those, but like I'm also the type of person like I can just drink black coffee. Like just go put black coffee with, no matter if it's Folgers or what it is, put it in the coffee pot and just drink it straight.
Yeah, I worked there for like about 6 months. So I worked at a specialty coffee shop. So we made all the lattes and all that stuff, and I learned how to do it. I was a manager for a couple months, and yeah, I mean when I drink coffee nowadays, it just kind of brings that back for me. And then I honestly wanted to buy a espresso machine and wanted to, brew coffee at home, but that just never became a thing.
Every day normally we will bring like a 24 ounce like tumbler, like we'll fill it up full of coffee. So I normally just make a pot of coffee every morning.
Yeah,
But
I mean that's also nice too. I'm not a huge coffee guy either though. Like I literally didn't know anything about coffee before I worked at the coffee shop. Like for me it was
really,
energy
what brought
drink.
you to working at the coffee shop?
I needed a job. It was COVID, and the job that I had as a teacher at an academy, we closed down the academy at the moment for about like 3 months, and I was literally sitting
Okay.
at home doing nothing. I was
That
just
makes
playing
sense.
games, and at the time, school was like, yeah, it was just nothing. to do. So I was like, I needed to do something. So I looked for somewhere. Like I applied to places, and I found that place. So I went to apply for it, got the job, and yeah, literally didn't know anything about coffee. Didn't drink coffee. The only thing that I'll drink is like Starbucks drinks, like here and there, just like a latte. I had no idea what in the world the difference between cappuccino, lattes, and all that espresso shots and stuff like that. And then yeah, but now I know. Yeah, now I know it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think Legendary is gonna be broken though.
You think so?
Yeah.
What's something that catches your eye?
Well, first of all, I just think that the damage output that they showed in the arena when you watched the first video, right? If you saw it, the damage just from Black Pearl was like 60% of their HP, which I hope I said in the video too. I hope it's not like something that's gonna be real, because probably they didn't have toppings on or whatever it is. But compared to like what I keep saying Black Caviar, Captain Caviar, what Captain Caviar did during his arena showcase, the damage output was just completely like crazy. So I just hope that it's not gonna be absolutely broken, just like completely just destroying the meta. One thing that they're doing right this time around is putting the update out like at the time of the reset of the arena, which is really good.
Right.
So,
yep.
Oh, right. Don't you remember Oyster Soldier hitting 5 million on their promotion video? True.
Yeah,
that never happened.
That was Hugo. That was what I was just about to actually bring up. I wasn't going to bring up that specific thing, but that's what I was going to say. I was going to say the only thing about your hype here that you're excited about, I'm all for it. But the only thing that gets me nervous, or not nervous, but like things differently, is that I also wonder if it's just to generate that hype, right? You know what I mean? They make it do this insane amount of damage, or it looks like it, but then all of a sudden, the cookie drops. You know what I mean? And it's underwhelming, quote, and then they go back and buff them.
But the thing was, the good thing is though that they didn't show any numbers. For Oyster, they actually showed numbers. So, but this time around, it was no numbers, just just the image, which is a lot better, because now we can't at least work off of a straight up number that they have, because that's what we worked off of when Oyster came out, because they actually showed the number that should have been shown when we play the game, right? So
that's a smart move on their part.
Yeah, exactly. We can't complain because there's no actual number. Like the cookies that they were versing could have been level like 30 instead of 60 or 70. We don't know any of those details, except when we see numbers, we can literally go off of that. So it's smart. It prevents a lot of the complaining to go on. So that's a good thing that they did. But yes, I believe that Black Pearl will be meta, just because there's no the fear is very unique to Black Pearl, just like how in weakness debuff is very unique to Eclair, and as you can see, Eclair is being used inside of the arena and other game modes like crazy. There's no one like Eclair, and then Sorbet right now is still one of the best, because there's no one really like Sorbet either. So it just really it comes down to, usually the meta comes down to how unique is the ability and how useful is it. Right, if the fear that we're seeing here is like they can't attack for a certain amount of duration, or they can't use their ability for a certain amount of duration, they get debuffed for a certain amount of duration, whatever it is, right? It's gonna come down to like that and how effective it is, and then it will probably become meta. But I have a feeling 90% of the time, or chance right now, it will become meta. Usually how it was with Frost Queen and Sea Fairy too. So,
dude, I feel like every single cookie they've been dropping out, has pretty much like, I'm not talking about magic candies, but like actual cookies, like they've just been they're just trump, you know what I mean? It's just power creep. You know what I mean? They're just trumping over top is what they're doing. I mean, they have to, because if they don't, then people are gonna either skip the banner, you know what I mean, or they're not gonna generate enough hype. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they have to.
But I mean, there were a couple ones like Cherry Blossom really never became a
No, I'm talking
thing.
about recent. I'm talking about recent. I'm talking
ones,
about
yeah.
like I'm trying to give you an example. Maybe I don't even know like
Well, we had Cream Unicorn, Wildberry Fit, and Sear, right? Those were
yep,
really
all
good.
of
Crunchy
those.
Chip
Yep,
was
all of
another
those.
thing where
Crunchy
they
Chip,
brought some,
Caramel
yeah.
Arrow, Alphagado. All of those were really good.
Alphagado
I think
was,
came
yeah,
later.
it came later. Exactly, it came later. So not directly as he was released into the game. He definitely didn't have
Right.
a place until more cookies came out where they were, you know, that buff meta really became a thing, right? And the debuff
Yep.
meta became a thing. So,
Yep.
but
And then not only that too. Another thing I think that as content creators, I mean, I'm just putting some shade on us, but like I think there's a lot of times too where it's easy for, you know what I mean, like us to you know, to hype up a cookie or to downgrade a cookie, right? But then all of a sudden, you know, like if the whole or a large portion of the community isn't actually testing, you know what I mean, you know, all of them. So for
yeah.
instance, like, you know, when the new magic candies dropped, right? There was so many people that were like all focused on the new guild stuff that they weren't testing out the new, you know what I mean, the new magic candies and vice versa. And I think, you know, for a short time, some of the cookies end up doing that too. You know, like I can see exactly what's going to happen. You know, I guarantee you that the update's going to drop. People are going to be so focused on the legendary cookie, right, that I think, you know, Caviar is going to be overlooked for a little bit. You know what I mean? And then finally somebody's going to be like, oh, yeah, Caviar is decent too, or not decent or whatever. You know what I mean?
I think just because what they did well though is they made Caviar be unique and is immune to that particular fear. So I don't think it can be overlooked as it would have been with like other ones. Like for example, when I think who was it? I think Sea Fairy. Who came out with Sea Fairy? I forgot. Was it Sorbet or what was the feature banner when Sea Fairy came out?
Sea Fairy?
Yeah, I know Sea Fairy came out with somebody. It's been so
Um,
long that I don't
Dude,
remember.
it's been so long.
Yeah, Mango. Yeah,
Last night I was looking
Mango. No one
Was it
used
Mango?
Mango, right? Sea Fairy was just the way better one, right? Like who in the world used Mango at the time? Nobody.
At the
you
time,
know?
nobody used
Because
them. I don't
Sea Fairy
think.
was
I
just
think
so
the
much
only
better.
time people actually used Mango was like one of the most recent updates when they actually got a buff. And even then,
it's
they
just
only
very-
used them for like guild boss for a short term things like that, or like
it
Cookie
was-
Alliance.
It was never, it was never a thing. Mango meta was never a thing, right? So Sea Fairy just like completely overshadowed, like, you know, completely just got rid of Mango's hype, right? At the moment. How can I forget about Mango? Who in the world uses Mango? Tell me somebody who uses Mango. I forgot Mango even existed.
I think there was a period. So like I used Mango. I actually leveled Mango up to max when.
Look, 50.
When it was like level 50 or whatever. And the reason why I did it was because at the time, you know, Pomegranate's attack buff, you know what I mean, you know, wasn't, or, you know, was, you know, the buff wasn't on Pomegranate, right? So like I got to a point where I was using it just as an attack buff and AoE damage dealer. And it was doing pretty good. I mean, it was doing fine. Now, I wasn't ranking in top arena. No. You know what I mean? You know, was it anything like that? But I mean, for AoE, it was fine. But that was long before, you know, Cherry Blossom. That was long before, you know, Pomegranate's buff. You know what I mean? That was, you know, way before that.
Yeah, exactly. Like for me, I have him at level 50. He's probably one of the only cookies that I have not leveled up at all ever since I've done a review on him.
Yeah, except Fig would be that cookie.
Yeah.
Except you did that for a joke.
Yeah, I did it for a joke because people were literally just always asking, "Hey, can you do a Fig review?" And also, they did buff Fig twice, so I had to.
And they still suck.
Oh my god, they are horrendous. They'll never become meta until like they add a magic candy to this and somehow make it viable.
Yeah, but,
I don't even think
but it
that's
would
gonna
have
be
to be
possible.
ridiculous, dude. It'd have to be a ridiculous magic candy.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how.
I don't know.
Even...
Steal attack. I don't know. Steal the portion of the attack that they're losing. I don't know. Do something about it.
I still think that there should be a cookie skills. I was saying about this in my Discord like a while ago, like talking about this just speculation. Like, dude, I think they should drop like a game breaking cookie that would be OP, and what that would be, the skill would be increases the enemy's cooldowns.
Oh.
Like, imagine how much that would shake up things. Like, if you could drop a cookie, right? Like, not stunning them, not doing anything. Instead, it just resets their cooldown. So,
Dude,
like,
oh
if you had a cookie that
God.
was about to pop off on like 2 seconds, it gets hit with the cooldown, instantly goes back up to 10. That would be ridiculous.
I don't think I want to play arena. Dude, I have a
I just
feeling
think it would be brutal.
that's gonna be timekeeper, bro.
You think so?
if timekeeper ever comes out, it can be something like that, or even like, you know, resets their increases their cooldown duration by like a certain second. You know, like maybe like increase it by 2 seconds, additional 2 seconds, or something like that. I don't know, or maybe just decrease your cooldown by 2 seconds or something.
I think it should just be broken. I think why not? Like at this point, we're just shredding meta after meta after meta, right? Like every update that comes out normally is reworking meta. We should just come out with something, you know, crazy. You know what I mean? It'd just be like, oh, every single time, you know, this cookie skill goes off, it resets the enemy's cooldowns. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, some of these, I mean, like, yeah, some of these things, like, it will be fun though, you know. For a good like season or so, like, you know, it will just be crazy. Menace, I actually did a video on this, a complete breakdown of the video. So if you want to watch it, you can go watch that. I posted it yesterday about around this time. But yeah, I'll just quickly show you the toppings here. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it'll be pretty funny. I mean, definitely people will be going bonkers for that cookie.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And then the same thing goes with like me and Andy have talked about this in the past. Like, I really hope that, or I really wish that they would, you know, feature some of the treasure skills, right? Like into cookie skills, because then that would give us the ability to not need to use the treasure. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We could be flexible with our treasure choice then by utilizing the skill in the cookie. So for instance, having a cookie that would reduce your team's cooldowns.
Okay, yeah, that,
you know,
would
like
be
you know what I mean, like the
uh-huh.
jelly watch, right? Like I think that'd be kind of cool, or like having some of them that would do something like, like the I guess the monocle technically is like herb. I'm trying to think though, like some of the other ones, you know what I mean? Like, you know, where like it would be a cookie's skill, but it would be, you know, it would take place of like the treasure instead. Or I think one of them that me and him had come up with at one point was something like would revive a cookie. So like it would be like the revive feather, right? So like a person, like, you know, what it would do is it would consume that cookie's skill. Right, but then they could revive, you know, one of your cookies. So then like that cookie, obviously for the remaining portion of the battle, right, like wouldn't be able to utilize a skill, but it would then take place of having to use the feather. Then you could throw in another treasure, and it would also make for some very interesting compositions.
I feel like, but the thing is, if you do that, then that treasure just becomes completely useless. So maybe, you know,
True.
they can make it so that it's not as on par with the treasure, but something very similar to it, or like, you know, like
Yep. So
half
then
of the effect.
maybe it kind of functions like vampires magic.
Yeah,
candy
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
where maybe
exactly.
it has them revive, but instead of bringing them back with the same amount of HP like the feather would, it would just bring them back with like less HP or something.
Exactly.
Just something to where it's not as good, still has a use for the treasure versus the actual cookie skill.
Yep, just like that. Exactly. That would be very interesting. You know, like that actually would be very cool too. The revive one, like a buffed up angel cookie. I don't know, something like that, where like
basically,
you know, where their magic candy is like they revive the dead cookie and then bring them back for or even like they bring them back for like a certain duration, like for 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, see,
You know?
that would be pretty cool. Adding that limited factor there would be
Exactly,
really
you know?
cool.
It'll just be a completely
So it's
like
a feather.
different.
It's a revive feather, but it wouldn't last forever.
Exactly,
It would basically
you know?
be like the crunchy chip wolf. Like crunchy chip would die. Do you mean? But the wolf only lasts for so long. Like
Exactly.
afterwards, it'd be the same thing.
Exactly. So that will be very interesting. You know, another, hey, Dev, that's an idea. If you're ever gonna watch the live stream, you know, I think that would be very cool. I think that would be an amazing healer. Like,
I think that'd be super cool.
So cool. Like, you know, imagine that. Like that would just be like something very game changing. You know.
Oh yeah. Again, I think, I don't know. I mean, I hate to keep on going back to it, but I think that I think that's the kind of stuff, that players want to see, right? Like, I mean, I think the stuff that players want to see is this new reworked kind of, interesting, gameplay experience, versus just constantly pushing out the, these chore updates or these chore events.
Oh yeah.
It's like just work with what you have, right? Like we've got a bunch of cookies, we've got a bunch of treasures, we've got a bunch of stuff. It's like just, keep on reworking it. The other thing I find interesting, I don't know what your thoughts are, but like, what happened to the story mode?
Well, basically,
like the episodes. I mean, they came out with the Cookie Odyssey, but like I just feel like I don't know. Like I feel like we're just been riding this side train for way too long.
Well, the thing was they put the Cookie Odyssey in place for that story mode, right? The story mode usually updates only when an ancient is about to come out, and right now, as according to the leak, so right now, guys, this time around the leak was completely wrong, right? So don't believe the entire leak. Just take it as a grain of salt. But right now they're saying that Golden Cheese is going to come out around December 12th or something like that. So maybe during that, I mean, I'm sure during that time the story mode is going to continue. But I think the main thing here is that because the ancient cookies were not released, they're not releasing any of the episodes. Because that's just that's what the trend was, right? Or that
right. That's kind of what they started.
Exactly,
so they're just maintaining that.
Yeah,
that
yeah, exactly. So I think they're just holding off on that as of right now. But yeah, we do need some more story. Cookie Odyssey story was okay, but how many people in reality got through all of it? I just recently got through
Cookie Odyssey.
Yeah, Cookie Odyssey chapter 3.
Dude,
recently.
I haven't even. I literally just started chapter 3 on the other day, like 2 or 3 streams ago.
Yeah, I literally just
no joke
finished mine because so many people were asking me about the final strike, so I had to do it, and I bought the feathers when it came out, and I'm like, I didn't touch it. Like I at the time when the Odyssey chapter 3 came out, I was still in chapter 2. Didn't even have feathers or the quills to do so, so I bought the chapter 3 quills, and it literally sat there for a couple, like 2 months. And then I recently just got through it and just finished it, just kind of skipped through the entire thing. But yeah, that's the thing too, like some of the story or some of the Odyssey stages are pretty ridiculously hard, honestly speaking, for some of the newer players. Like even for me, like for because I have the toppings that I have, and whatever I have, I can make it happen. But for some people, it's not gonna be the same. Like their lavatory is not upgraded like mine. Their toppings are not the same as mine, and all that stuff. So
I think it was definitely challenging for sure. I mean, and it's a lot harder. But at the same time, like I don't know, man. See, I'm impartial about that because I do like the fact. I do like the fact that it's harder. As a late game player. I mean, I guess I would say looking at it as a new player or a younger player into the game, yeah, that would be a little bit frustrating. Right,
I mean,
because
yeah,
like you said, there's a lot of other side things that you'd have to do to accumulate what you need to get there.
They did. I mean, they did make the update, and they made the story focus on players like us, right? The players who have been already been playing for a while. They needed something new. But the thing is, right? For the thing or the problem with the Odyssey was the quest. I really feel like that was the biggest letdown for a lot of players, because some of the quests that they need to do, especially for free-to-play players, if they don't buy any quills in order to completely finish the Odyssey, some of them, like the Tropical Soda Island, right? They needed to they needed to clear like certain amount of clouds or the islands, and then they get a quill. It's like they can never move on because that's just so much.
Yep. Takes forever.
Yeah, exactly. That I think that was the biggest letdown, as well as something like people were just like having struggles with, because like how long am I gonna have to do this for? Especially for the newer players, like 100+ Soda Island is a lot. It's a lot. Like it takes a lot of time. Not only do you have to save up all the maps and the spyglass for all that, but it takes time for them to clear the clouds. So it's like, what?
Oh
What
yeah.
the heck?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, man. It takes a lot. Like I said, I mean, it's. But then again, I mean, I don't know. I look at it kind of like, uh, I think I look at it like other games, right? I mean, this is definitely not a one and done game.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, you
definitely.
could you can a person could dive into Cookie Run Kingdom, right, and they can play as casual as they want to be. But
Hmm.
no, everybody who has been playing the game knows that the more casual you are, the less rewards that you're getting. Therefore you're just constantly missing out on a lot of freebies, and you're also just making the game harder on yourself, right?
Yeah,
Because it's taking you a lot longer to do everything. So,
exactly.
so I mean, so I get it. On a side note, though, I think it's crazy that there's a lot of people outside of the Cookie Run Kingdom community that don't play the game that think that they overlook Cookie Run Kingdom, and I think they overlook it because they just chalk it off as like a child's game. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, there's not much to the game, blah 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 blah. But it's like, no, there's a lot of stuff to the game. There's a lot of strategy. There's a lot of stuff that
Oh
goes
yeah.
into it, like to rank. Like, for instance, that was what some of the Summoners War players were talking about. They were saying, oh, well, Summoners War, we got RTA, we got real time arena. And I'm like, okay, outside of real time arena, though, like, the game still takes a lot of work to be number one or to be in, to be top, top arena. You know what I mean? This is not like your simple, idle RPG. You just press buttons and let it go.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
but I think a lot of people overlook it.
Yeah. I mean, it's different, right? The audience is different,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the type of game itself, like the I guess, well, what the aim is different. Like, what the goal is different. Cookie Run Kingdom definitely has a lot more like right now guild focused stuff, like team focused stuff, as well as the arena like single player stuff. So
Oh
I
yeah,
think it's
and
just,
and not
yeah.
and not only that too, I mean, like your person here is mentioning in the chat, William. Yeah, I mean, William's 100% right. I mean the yeah, to compare the two games in that sense, yeah, I mean, Summoner's War is completely different, and I will say that Summoner's War is a lot harder, but I don't say it's harder in the sense of, you know what I mean, like, you got to be more skilled. I think it's a lot harder in the sense of like, gotcha, dude. Like the farm out runes, and the percentages, and how it all works, and getting the resources. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's completely different. Cookie Run Kingdom, I still stand by to this day, is like very, very free to play friendly. You mean, compared to a lot of other games, and I think the developers do a very good job at balancing that
Oh yeah, I mean, I gotta say
compared to other
the
games.
rates in this game, they don't feel anything like what they have, the numbers that they have. It feels a lot better. I mean, of course, they're just spamming you more characters and duplicates that you can get, but still, this is definitely one of the best free to play gotcha game that I played in a long time too. Because
Oh yeah.
I've been playing games for a very long time, mobile games, right? I'm sure you have been too, and you
Oh
have
yeah.
hopped around different games. And to be honest, I've spent minimum of whatever, I don't know, like at least like $10, $20 minimum on majority of the gacha games. And sometimes those $20 doesn't do anything for you, but at least in Cookie Run Kingdom, there's you're getting something, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, and that's just it. Like, I think in general, yeah, I think Cookie Run Kingdom just does a really good job. I mean, I think overall they do a phenomenal job at, trying to find that balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, you can pay for stuff. Yes, you can buy stuff in the game, but at the same time, it's like, at what expense? You know what I mean? Are you missing out if you don't buy something?
I think,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
what they really do well is, instead of having it be a really money focused game, like, I'm sure they still have that idea in mind, but this game really comes down to time is money. That sentence becomes real in this game, like for real. Even if you buy stuff, if you don't put in the time to do the things that you need to do, like, you'll still not be the top player or whatever it is, because there's some things that come with how much time you spend playing the game, and how much dedication you actually put into the game, right?
Yeah, because you can only
So,
get you can only get so far with your wallet in
oh
Cookie
yeah,
Run Kingdom. You
exactly.
know what I mean? A lot of it boils down to, actually playing the game. And a prime example of that is my buddy Derek. I mean, he played Cookie Run Kingdom for, I don't know if he still does now, but like, he played Cookie Run Kingdom for a short term. But like, I mean, he spent a lot of money, and when I mean like a lot, I mean like a lot of money. Like I think he dropped like 1,500 or something like that. Like within like the first couple of weeks that he had played.
Wow.
And I thought it was the craziest thing because he never, right, like he was the type of person where, you know, he dropped that kind of money, but then guess what, he would be messaging me, or you mean, you know, or asking me questions, or like, you know, or saying that he was struggling on a specific stage, and I was like, well, what are you trying to do? Come to find out, he didn't want to play the game on anything but auto. So he's like, so you see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like, you know, he jumps in the game, spends all this money, right? But then just to quickly find out, like, hey, like, yeah, you actually have to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like just because you're trying to play the game auto, you know, that's only going to work for so long. Like you know, you gotta figure out, you know, what's working and what's not working.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I just thought it was hilarious. I was just like, what? Like
that is pretty funny.
Nah.
Wow, but 1,500 in
1,500 is what he spent
in a week?
Spent immediately.
Or like,
yeah, it was like I want to say he spent it. I think he made a video on it even. Like I think he even made a video on his YouTube channel at one point about it. I don't know if it was 1,500 or 2,000, but it was some crazy number. But like he like dropped so much money into the game, and he wanted to see like how far he could get. And then I believe he made it to like, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like, I don't even know, episode 7 or 8 or something like that. And then that's when he was like ran into his first problem running on auto. And again, it wasn't like he wasn't farming toppings, he wasn't doing nothing. It was literally just running on auto with whatever characters he collected through the gacha system after spending $2,000. And I was just like, bro, like there's a lot more to the game. This is like, again, I think people just underestimate like, oh, this is a little kid's game, you just click the button, that's good.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah,
no, like there's a lot more to the game.
Oh, there's definitely a lot more. I mean, you know, it's a lot of grind. There's a lot of grind that comes into this game. You don't grind in this game, then good luck getting anywhere.
Yeah, but I think that's also prevalent. I mean, you know, in most mobile gacha games. I mean, I think that's just is what it is.
I think, yeah, but the thing is also, the trend right now for a lot of mobile games are idle, auto, whatever. You know, there's a lot of that, and people, I don't know. I guess they find joy in that auto thing. I don't really find joy in just full auto running the thing, and just, you know, it helps out.
I do, but I don't. And the reason why I say that is because here's the thing. One, I think it depends on the person.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right? So like for instance, somebody in my situation prior to doing YouTube, you know, I was limited on my game time. Right. So, and I mean, I'm still limited on my game time technically, but like, you know what I mean? Like the only time that I'd be able to play, you mean, was when I had the opportunity to, and most of the time it was anywhere between, you know, 30 minutes to maybe an hour at most. I mean, you know, here and there when I could play. So with that being said, like, what's easier, right? Like I in that situation, I liked having the ability to auto a lot of stuff, right? Or time jump a lot of stuff, you know, do these things that then would not require me to have to, you know, sit down and dedicate, you know, 3 or 4 hours at a time, you know what I mean? You know, playing the game. Versus, you know, the opposite end, where like if they don't have that stuff, then it makes it very hard for, you know, a lot of casual players, you know what I mean, to fit the game into their schedule. I think that's why the whole idle scene, you know, blew up. You know what I mean? You know, it got really big.
Oh, I understand that. Yeah.
Oh, I can play 5 games at once. Do you know what I mean? You know, and I can only just, you know, do half the work.
Yeah, but as a player who enjoys the gameplay of it,
right?
I just feel like that's just like, what's the point? It's like waste of time.
Yep. No, and you're not wrong at all. I mean, I definitely respect that. I mean, and like I said, and definitely being a person that has been, you know, making content now for as long as I have, like, oh yeah, I see that 100%. And not only that, too, the idle games never last. And what I mean by that is, like, I've seen several idle games, you know, either the development stops, you know what I mean, or they start pushing into the monetization way too hard, so the players stop. You know what I mean? You know, there's all these, you know, hiccups with it, or people just get bored. You know what I mean? They're like, all I'm doing is pressing this auto button over and over again, so it doesn't really do anything for me, you know, versus actually having strategy and gameplay. I'm 100% glad that Cookie Run Kingdom doesn't have that. I'm glad that Cookie Run Kingdom is more of a, yeah, you can play the game auto. Yes, you can play it casual. You know what I mean? But if you want any sorts of, you know, decent amount of resources and you want to rank and you want to do this stuff, like, yeah, you actually got to put in the work and the time to actually play it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, one of the biggest letdown, well, actually not let down, but a good example of a full auto game that got released recently was from Korea. Was Ni no Kuni Crossroad.
Yep, Ni no Kuni Crossroad.
That was a complete disaster.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though is that you know how I'm like connected in the mobile gaming space, right? Like I got a lot of English content creators that I talk to. Yeah, it's crazy because they were pushing that game really hard. You mean Nino when it first came out, there were so many of them, talking to me. They're like, dude, you gotta play this game, bro. You gotta check out this game. You gotta play this game. And like I watched like 2 or 3 like live streams of some of them guys playing it, and then I was just like, dude, this is not gonna work. I was like, this is the tried and true game experience that we've been playing, like in every other game. Like this is nothing new in my opinion. Like what's gonna set this apart? And then guess what? None of them are playing it anymore.
Yeah, no, that game died out like so fast. Not even joking. That thing that died out like in a month. And I mean, there's a lot of problem within the company as well, and how they took the game. So there was that too. But just like I played for a good couple hours, and I even streamed it. Just wanted to check it out, but it was just so boring. It's like I click one button and just it does everything for you. It's like what do I do? I'm just watching.
Yep, and I think that's that's 100% how I feel on most of those games. Most of the time, the only time that I ever want to play an idle game or anything like that is to waste my time. You mean like on mobile, but outside of that, no. The game has to have some substance for me. You know what I mean? Like that I have to be able to do it and play. Like right now, I've been having a blast in Tower of Fantasy just for that simple reason. There's just a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of things that you can be working on and grinding on and doing.
Oh, dude, I have nothing to do in Tower of Fantasy right now. I'm maxed out. I have capped out. I can't level
on
up.
What though? Your level? Because you still have to like farm like all of your gear, your vehicles.
I have all the vehicles. I have I'm at level 54, trying to reach 56, which is like almost impossible right now, just because there's no way of getting EXP except for vitality usage.
What do you have for your gears? Weapons? You already have max weapons?
Max weapons.
How much money you been spending?
I spend what, 500 right now?
Oh, holy smokes. Yeah.
Just for the update.
I did. And I just bought a $50 pack for Frigg. So I'm literally probably $60 in, I think, total in the entire game.
I just wanted to test out Frigg, and that's how I just do it. Whenever I do something, I just go in on it, and then I did it. But yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I spent a lot of time on the game. If you guys watch my live streams on my other channel, like I play for 10 hours, 8 hours, whatever it is. I play for a long time. So, I only have my dailies to do whenever I come into the game nowadays. I'm just waiting for new stuff to come out.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's fun though. I like it.
I think I might let you go for the time being here. I'm gonna go help my wife for a little bit. My son's screaming and upset, so I'm gonna go help him.
Sounds good.
And, chillax. So
thanks for hopping on. It was good talking to you.
Yeah, no worries, guys. Thank you all very much for tuning in, and thank you very much for letting me come on here. And
of course. All right, everyone, say bye to Kode. Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good one. Take it easy.
All right, bye. All right. So we are back with just me and you guys, me and you guys now. Done with the chats. But yeah, I mean, all of the things that we talked about, discussed about the update and the current state of the game, it's just really what comes that's what it comes from a content creator, right? Of course, the idea and the thoughts from you guys as a player who's not spending a ton of money into the game, not spending as much time maybe into the game as we are. It's different, right? So that's the reason why when you guys leave comments down below, leave the thoughts of what you guys think down below or whatever it is, it really helps out in allowing us to interact with the community. And also, Dev Sisters do look around, guys, and they always whether we see it or not, they watch the videos, they watch or read the comments and stuff like that. So 1422, have you watched my video yet, Bree? Crunchy chip video, very helpful. So I have a slot for Dark Cacao sitting. I need 4 more Soulstone for him, but I have seen Parfait and good. Dark Cacao is almost a must, I would say. Not a must, but it's a very helpful cookie to use, especially if you're not like fully maxed out or anything like that. So I do suggest you keep the spot. Oh, but I do recommend you just completely level up Dark Cacao without the statue, just because you're gonna use Dark Cacao in a lot of different game modes. So it's up to you though. It's up to you. All right, Cherry Blossom, see ya. Good luck with class. And then 1411, dark mode. What is 1411? I don't think 1411 is that hard. Is it the shield that's hard? That's difficult for you? 1411 is not that hard. I don't know if I need to make a separate guide for 1411. 1419. 1419. What's 1419? Is that the shield as well? Oh yeah. Pure vanilla server guild is pretty hard. Well, the thing is, you guys gotta realize, look at the toppings. Look at your toppings, and then look at your lavatory. Okay, so these things that they have added is to help you guys out. But if you guys are completely like ignoring these things and you guys are just focusing on, you know, cookies, then you're not gonna succeed. All right, trust me on this. Especially just because so many things has been added. They take into consideration of players actually utilizing the effect, the things that are being added, like the lavatory. You know, the stat upgrade from the lavatory is huge. The stat upgrade from toppings are huge, and the stat upgrades from actually leveling up your cookies is really big too. So look at your toppings, and then look at your level of your cookies. You know. Well, that's the thing. You can't ignore. It's not that hard. How hard is it to level up all this stuff to level 5? If you just do it daily, it doesn't. It's like, you know, it's axes. How long does it take you to create axes? Especially with the bundle right now, it's not that. No, it's not insanely hard. That's just players just ignoring it. That's a big problem. You know. These sugar, you should not be running out of sugar cubes. You should not. See, that's the thing, you know. You have 100k coins and then you're just spending it wrong too. I've been saving up my coins so much right now because of the topping removal burning, right? So I used to run out so quickly, but now I've been having a lot more. See, like if your lavatory is level 1, then of course you're not gonna have, you know, you're not going to be able to do a lot of things. You're not taking the benefits from the buff that you can be getting from literally upgrading with 100k coin and not even 100k probably for level 1, 30 axes, and literally 20 minutes of your time. You get an extra 1% of stats. You know, that's huge. You know. If you're sitting at 150 million coins, you should be spending that. Caviar Black Pearl. Well, I'm excited for both. I can't say I'm excited for one more than the other just because they are so tightly like connected to each other. So I think I just really want to see both of them in action inside of the game. That's really what I'm looking forward to right now, especially just because the arena meta has kind of come to a it settled down a little bit. Like there's not like crazy amount of teams that are being used right now. It's usually the same cookies that you're gonna see nowadays. So I really want to see what's going to come out and what kind of changes are going to happen with the new cookies being added. Can I have cotton and cream unicorn both for arena? Yeah, go for it. You can do it. But, you know, majority of the time right now, I'm going to let you guys know cream unicorn is going to be dominant for support and the healer role. So Oh yeah, Holberry server. It's if you use the teams that I share with you guys for pure vanilla server inside of Holberry server, you're probably going to be able to get to a pretty decent rank, like for sure. Okay, but the thing is, if they make it like that, it just becomes overpowered. Light L, that's the reason why, and it just becomes overpowered if you can able to, you know, upgrade more than one things at a time. You know, is Rye still viable? You can still use Rye, yeah. It's Cotton's still getting the arena. Well, not as strong as before, just because, you know, Cotton melts inside of the arena, especially because of Vampire right now. And the thing is, right, the meta right now is geared towards burst damage and debuffs and, you know, things like that. And Cream Unicorn really fits that role, being able to debuff with silence as well as increase the crit resist of your cookies, damage resist of your cookies, heal the HP of cookies that are bursted down by massive, you know, things, massive damage from Vampire, Espresso, Caramel, or whatever it is. It just really comes down to how well the cookie fits into the arena. Of course, if you're using a summoner comp, you have to use Cotton. That's one of the places where you can never take out Cotton, right? So I use a mixed team of using Seafair, Holberry, Cleric, Cream Unicorn, Cotton, Rye, Vampire. That's a lot of cookies. I don't want to imagine Claire's magic candy. I'll deal with it when it comes out. That's just yeah. Moonstar, yeah, I made a whole video on it. Did the whole update breakdown on it, update sneak peek breakdown, and reacted to the video. So yep. Let's see. My guild's up, going crazy with their stuff, with the guild boss battles. Yeah, what is Duck Gloom? Well, the thing is, what is Duck Gloom? Are you talking about Black Pearl? I have no idea when you say that. Well, the thing is, 80k crystal doesn't guarantee anything for you inside of the gacha, except for probably Captain Caviar, because Black Pearl isn't legendary. Yes, she will be added into the pool of cookies that you can pull, but you know, it's not like you're gonna guarantee getting it, because you know, you're just not, yeah, you're just not gonna be able to get it. Like it's a very low chance of getting her within the regular gacha using crystals. You're gonna have to use this feature banner, which is gonna be like every other events banner that they had so far. So, well, Cookie Run Kingdom cannot be a single player game. It just there's just nothing. There's no story. There's no exploring. There's nothing like that to make it into a single player game. If it was, this game would have already been dead. So. I think so. I think Black Pearl is giving healing down. That's what I saw inside of the trailer. If you watch my reaction video, I kind of pointed it out, but I think so. I think that's what it is. Healing down. They didn't say specifically what the debuff was inside of the patch note or the update sneak peek, except for the fear. Dark Cacao here and there, yeah. Not all the time, but you can still see some people using Dark Cacao alongside, you know, Financier. Right here, there's Dark Cacao here as well, Dark Cacao. So it's like a good chunk of players still using it. Will the top ranking players always use it? No, but if you have it built, you still definitely can use it. But I don't know about Fig getting a magic candy anytime soon. I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't care. I don't know if Fig will ever become big. Yeah. Dusk Gloom. They misspelled Duck Gloom. Who in the world misspelled Duck Gloom? That's the reason why. Oh, Kode went. Had to take care of his family. So yeah, Kode is gone. Yeah, but I mean, I'm super excited for the update. I'm sure a lot of you guys are still very excited for the update as well. So orienteering is unlocked in TOF. Orienteering. What is orienteering, Numi? Is it for the new update or the event? I'm not playing Fall Guys today. No, not today. Oh yeah, now I think about it, there's no new magic candy coming out. Oh, okay, yeah, the new update, yeah, the event. I'm sure, yeah. New magic candies actually haven't been announced, so that part of the leak is completely wrong too. Maybe it'll come out next update, but they're not coming out with this update. Very interesting on that one too. I thought they would do it, but yeah. Well, we'll have to see how the story is. I don't know if there is gonna be a story behind it. We'll just have to wait and see how it turns out to be. For the lore stuff. No new costume. They would have said it if there was a new costume. They didn't say anything about the new costume. If you were to give magic candy to a cookie that badly needed a buff. If they ever want Hollyberry to be used in anything, Hollyberry needs a magic candy. And I am like serious about that. Literally no one uses Hollyberry anymore. It's kind of sad. Lumi, it was 56 yesterday. It wasn't 55. It was 56 yesterday. It increases by 2, not by 1. How do you think they will give the comment? No, I don't. I don't think. Okay, so I know you guys are saying, "Oh, make rares and make commons viable inside of the game." What is the point of that? Why would you waste your resources in that? I think the real reason why they needed a common and a rare inside of the game is just because of the fact that you can't have a game without having a lower rarity, right? There's no point of adding the magic candy. It's just not worth it. Yeah. Much rarities. It's you just gotta go to dark mode and farm them. Yeah. Or mileage points, but I don't recommend you use mileage points too much. Okay, well, I mean, like, when I say literally, I mean, I just, you guys got you guys know what I mean by like that. Of course, some people are still gonna be using it. So, can you please test 5 Ascension Fig? No, I am not gonna waste my stuff on Fig and Amplify buff. What's the point of Amplify buff? There's no reason to use Amplify buff on Fig. It doesn't do anything. That's just yeah, not doing that. Nah, never gonna do that. Won't happen until Magic Candy actually comes out. Maybe then it will be a 70. Sparkling? No, stop asking me some weird stuff, guys. I'm gonna ignore it if you guys keep doing those kind of stuff. Hopefully there's a new landmark that are decreasing the cooldown. Oh, you mean extra cooldown? I don't think that's gonna ever happen, to be honest with you. I don't mind. I have no real expectation right now for magic candies. I will review it once it comes out, but it's like at this point, like I know it's gonna come out for majority of the cookies, so you know I'm just waiting for them to announce it, and then I can go along with it. Oven break. Do you guys want me to make oven break videos on this channel? How many players even play oven break on this on my channel? I know a lot of Koreans still play it, but I mean, if you guys want me to, I can. I mean, I can definitely do it. If you guys want me to, here and there, I can do it, but it's up to you guys. It's up to the player, the viewer. Dude, I got the new Galaxy Fold 4 yesterday, and this phone is so big. Holy moly. It's literally double my iPhone. Alright, random person, see ya. Well, the good thing was Milk Magic Candy completely became irrelevant. So we don't need to worry about that one. I need to use this bomber thing. Do I have 2,000 of this? It's crazy. Stacking and just nothing happening. Oh, when did I get so many time jumpers? 12-13 dark mode. Probably you should focus on double healing. I think your cookies are just dying. Is there any cookie that have higher HP than Moon Rabbit? Yeah, I'm sure. Moon Rabbit is not like that high. Even if I level it up, I'm sure Wildberry has more. I'm sure milk is pretty high too. Hollyberries is even higher. Hollyberries is probably naturally just higher. Guild War Showcase? What do you mean by Guild War Showcase? I can't do guilds on LD Player anymore. I have to actually do it on my phone because I have to take screenshots and everything. T-Night's Magic Candy is not coming out anytime soon. It's not gonna happen. If there's any new stuff that comes out for the guild boss battle, I will showcase it to you guys. But playing the actual thing on it won't happen anymore. Yeah, just because my guild requirement is a lot different now. So. It's the Kingdom Pass. If you read the Kingdom Pass's thing, it's Kingdom Pass allows you to have 5 bounties instead of 3. Yep, that's the reason why. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for a costume too. I have like a ton as well waiting for the costume. Yeah, but Waiting. I'm waiting for the new update. New update will definitely be nice. We need something new. I am running out of ideas on what kind of content to make, to be honest with you guys. No, I actually didn't beat Master Mode 3, Episode 3 yet, so no, I haven't made a video on that. Privacy. I'm gonna remove you if you keep asking random stuff and spamming those things. I will not hesitate to do so. Yeah, I mean, like, think about it. This how exciting was the Disney update for you guys? Right. Sure, it's nice that they had it, but there was just nothing to add to it. Right. Yeah. Exactly. We're only what? We're literally only grinding for the chest, for the 32 stamps. That's really what you guys are looking forward to, right? Nothing else. Could have been nice, yeah. Could have been nice if they had a middle update, yeah. Pike main? No, I'm just going into everything. I lose sometimes. I'm just whatever. It's just right now my goal is just to go into every battle and just hope that I win. I told you yesterday with my video that I'm gonna literally use this team only to climb the arena as of right now. Probably try to get to Master 1 at least. I don't know what the trophy is right now for Grandmaster. I think it's around like right now it's 5,000 for the top. Probably Grandmaster 3, I am gonna guess, is right now probably 4,000, a little less than 4,000. Yeah. Well, Black Pearl, I can't tell you who's better because, you know, the cookies are not out, but majority of the time, legendaries are going to outshine epics, especially when they first come out. So oh no, I ended I think it was last season? No, last season was when I ended Grandmaster 3. Top 600. I almost got to top 500. I ran out of time. But yeah, after that I was just like, dude, this takes just it took way too much time and energy. But I was Master 1 and I was like, I'm good on that. Cotton eclair, licorice, espresso, and crunchy chip. It will work. You can actually use that team 9-1 through until 10-1. Ahida. Adhitia. I hope I pronounce your name right. I'm so bad at pronouncing names like that. But yeah, yeah, you can use that team. I got to Master 1 or Diamond 1 last season. Now I'm Master 4 now. Good. Hey, that's great. Definitely not a lot of players are playing Arena as much as they did before. There was like what 7,000 trophies and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, how do you get to 7,000 trophies? That's just so much. Getting tired. What was my longest stream? 10-hour stream on the other one, on the other channel. I think that was the longest one. I don't know why I did it, but I did it. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. That was kind of stupid. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Yep. You're right on that. That's what I did. That's why. Dude, it like happens like once every like hour or something now. Hey, at least it's not every like couple minutes. I would hate it if it was every couple minutes. That would be tilted. Right? But yeah, the reason why I'm using Affogato is for the curse. When's my merch coming? I wonder. I'm actually excited for merch. The sweater to come in. Hope it comes sooner than later. No, Affogato has been good for a couple seasons now because of all the debuffs and stuff like that. So let's see. There it is, the order. Let's see. Track delivery. Oh, it's coming in today. It's out for delivery right now, guys. Woo! I want to be able to have my hoodie. Ooh. Is Affogato meta? Well, Affogato, I don't know how good Affogato is gonna be after the update though. So I would hold off on it. Yeah. Oh no, my delivery gets delivered to the mail room, so yeah. Affogato, episode 13? No, not really episode 13. For 14, yes, one particular stage, but not everything else either. You can have, there's way better cookies to use inside of episode 13 and 14. Well, think about it, Parfait. How long did Hollerberry and Strawberry Crepe stay inside of the meta for? Strawberry Crepe came out like literally what, April of last year, and Strawberry Crepe lasted for a long time inside of the meta, to be honest with you. So it's not how fast they get removed. It's just you know, it's something that needs to happen. You know. What cookies are, well, privacy policy. Did you watch my video on the Affogato stage? It doesn't matter about your power. People keep thinking that, you know, power. If I have more power than whatever the stage is, you're gonna win. No, it doesn't come down to how much power you have. It comes down to your team's synergy, as well as having the toppings that you need. You know. If your Affogato stage especially, if you don't have enough damage resist, your cookies are just gonna die off. Okay, which cookie do you not have though? Privacy. Oh, 1410, you could definitely do it with level 40 Affogato. I think I said that before too. Oh, I mean, it matters. It definitely matters, but it's like you can have all that, but at a certain level, you're just not going to be able to beat it, even with all that level skill, you know? It's what I'm coming down to. Like, you know, players really still think, well, the newer players that get into this game really comes down to like, oh, I have this much power, I should be able to beat it, and then they get smacked, you know? Oh, don't use mileage for epic cookies. No, treasure level. If your treasure, guys, please use your mileage points for treasure. Don't use it for epic cookies unless you're buying your first one. Please, I beg you. I beg of you. How do you get Hall of Ancient Heroes with buff? What do you mean by Hall of Ancient statue with buffs? Are you talking about the statue? How do you get the statue? You have to clear a certain stage inside of the game in order to get the statue, I'm sure, and then you have to finish the quest. What's a cherry blossom? Sea fairy? Situational. No, not really. Neon, no real usage of the new treasures as of right now. Yeah, sadly, we're just still using the same old treasures. Episode 13, as long as you have, so episode 13 comes down to it comes down to having good damage resist and heal, because the ends, there are particular enemies inside of episode 13 that is going to target your middle lane and completely ignore your front line. And also there's injury stacks that are going to cause your tank to take a lot of damage without you realizing. So the important thing for episode 13 is you have to have double healer. If not double healer, then at least one good healer and like a treasure that's gonna help you out, as well as you need to have good damage resist. I do recommend using summoners for episode 13, just because, you know, it's gonna help you prevent the injury stacks. So someone like Cotton is really good in episode 13. Having pumpkin pie is also really good. You know, so crypt build for caviar, maybe we'll have to see. Why did I change my profile picture? Because I wanted a merch. I wanted to start merch, but the thing is, if I use my old logo, that logo was, I don't know, I didn't really like that logo. Yeah, I literally had no one. I started this YouTube channel, you know, just thinking, okay, I'll just try it, and then, you know, it became big, and I wanted a new branding, you know, just a new logo that really represented my channel. So because now I have two cats, it came down to uh, it helped me out with the logo with the two cats. If you guys look at the logo, there's Ruli and Leah both on it. 12:30 dark mode. Dark Choco, Crunchy, Eclair, Vampire or Sorbet, and Cotton. You could probably beat it with that. Right? If you don't want to use if you need more healing, you can use Cream Unicorn or Herb or even Pure Vanilla. Yeah. And then you need to use a Slingshot as well as the Jelly Watch and the Scroll. Oh, wow, I got smacked. Hey! Hey. I think my thing came. Are we gonna be seeing Joy? Yeah, I think she's gonna come. She's probably gonna come and visit sometime soon too. I think my package just came. If you guys want to wait like literally like a couple minutes, like 5 minutes, I'm gonna go grab it real quick and then I'll be back. Yeah, so that I can show you guys the merch on live stream. Let me go and grab that real quick. Yeah. So I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna put an ad if you guys don't mind. Yeah. All right. I'll be back.
퍼레이드를 시작할게. 퍼레이드를 시작할게. 빛이 인도하실 겁니다. 퍼레이드를 시작할게.
도망쳐보시냐고 목마르다고 위대한 연구가 될 겁니다.
다음. 다 끝냈나?
Okay. What's up? What's up? I'm back. We got it. We got the package. All right, let's open this up. Leah's here too. Leah, say hi. Say hi. Hey, why are you putting your paw on my face? Ah. Okay. All right. The merch is here. So I have 3 that came. One of them is for Joy. Hey, stay away. Oh my phone, man. Drop my phone. So this one is for Joy. This one, it says woman's premium hoodie. So it's very simple. It's very light. It's just print on. Look at that little logo on it. This one too. This one's a t-shirt. So I got my little HyRool logo on it. It's the blue one. It's actually really nicely done. Woo! And then this one's my hoodie. My hair's going crazy. It's nice. It's nice and small to it just represents the channel, but you know, it has pockets right here too. It's good. I like it. Simple. Very simple, and it's not like crazy like show like, you know, what do you call it? Um I forgot the word. I forgot the word. It's not like, it doesn't stand out like crazy, my little logo, right? It's you can just wear it if you want to. And then yeah, it's not flashy. Yeah, exactly. It's like you can wear it wherever you want, really, right? Maybe people might ask about the logo, but you know, whatever. But you know, you can really just wear it like casually. I like how it's casual. The thing is, like, you know, my brand is not like it's like crazy or anything like that. I'm just, it's casual. It's nice to see. I don't know. Now I have a merch to kind of rep. It's not like crazy. I like it. Yeah, simple. It's nice too. If it's winter time, then you guys can definitely use it. And you guys can definitely wear it. Hey, you're not. Hey. No, this is shirt. No, not your claw toy. When's it dropping? So I'm gonna drop it. So I wanna take pictures of it and then I'll post it on the community post and then see how people like it on Discord as well. And then I will adjust the price, probably trying to make it a little cheaper for you guys so that it's not gonna break your wallet. So and then once it drops for the first 2 weeks, I believe on the website they actually do a promotion so that it's 15% off for all your order. So I think it'll be okay. I mean, it looks good, right? I like it. I can literally wear this anywhere. Oh God, sorry about that. Yeah, I can wear this now. Well, it's not gonna be like $60 or $50. I'm gonna make sure it's like around the try to make it around like $35 to $40. I'm gonna try to work it out. All right, Cherry Blossom. See ya. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Yeah, I like it. The logo is supposed to be on the oh. you saw the cat right there. The logo is supposed to be on the left, right? I haven't worn any logo shirts in so long that I have two cats. Just two cats. Oh man, I'm losing. Yeah, that was Leah. So if you guys look at the merch, so if you guys look at the logo, yeah. Let me just show you guys. So if you guys look at the logo, there's a orange cat and a gray black cat, and that's the gray black cat right there is Ruli, and this is Leah. She's like smelling the shirt and the hoodie. Smelling it. New smell. Dun, 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 dun. See you, Crimson. Have a good night. Thanks for joining. Hey. Man, they just it's 11:45 a.m. So it's becoming what, afternoon now for me. It's Ruli and Leah. Those are the cats' names. Wow, I get absolutely obliterated. Oh my God. Are you a dog person or a cat person? So I used to be a dog person. Now I'm a cat person. Just because I have a cat now. It depends, Cookie Cake. It depends on the enemy you verse. So if the enemy you verse has like around the same trophy as you, you'll probably lose around 3 to 4 or maybe even 1. And then if you verse somebody who's lower than you, then you lose like 5, 7, whatever. And if you verse somebody higher than you, just lose like 1. Yeah. pure vanilla team? No, not really as of right now. Not many people are using pure vanilla inside of the arena. Whoa, this is gonna be close. Wow, that was close.
또 놀러 올 거지?
From the great comp for offensive and defensive, mine was kind of similar because it's Financier, Camaro, Espresso, Eclair, Cream Unicorn. That's actually a really good team too. Avi, is it Avi? Yeah, that's actually a good team too. If you want to use that's a good team you can use.
내 놀이공원으로
How do I make my espresso stronger? Damage resist on your Serum Raspberry, and then using him with Financier is gonna be really good. And then upgrading your Magic Candy will definitely help as well. What does Affogato's Curse do? So Curse does damage over time. Also amplifies the debuff that the enemy takes by like I believe a certain amount of percentage. And then they can't be buffed during the duration of the curse. And what else? If it gets purified, it does a burst damage as well. Let me see what the amplified was. Show you guys real quick. It's been a while since I actually saw the percentage. So if it amplifies by 30%, so amplifies debuff by 30%, and then you take damage over time, area poison, as well as the poison dispel. It does burst damage, and also you can't receive the buff. So the cursed target cannot receive any buff effects for a certain time. Yeah. Wildberry, Caramel Arrow, Pure Vanilla, Sorbet. That team is actually okay too. People do use that team as well.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
Vamp, Cream Unicorn, Claudette, Financier, Dark Cow. Well, you definitely can get higher. I would say right now for you, probably replacing either Claudette with like Caramel Arrow might help out a lot in climbing the arena for you. Cream Unicorn, yes, good. Caramel Arrow, good. Okay, we're gonna win. That's what we want.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
As long as Caramel Arrow survives. Gingerbread was from Shrek. Somebody said that. That's hilarious. Is there a good Rye and Caramel Arrow comp? I made a video on that last time. I think it was Caramel Arrow,
어린 쿠키를
Financier, Rye, Eclair, and Cream Unicorn, I want to say. Let me see what it was. I know I made a video on it though. And I used the Enchanted Robe. Wildberry, Claudette, Eclair, Seafairy, and Unicorn. It's not bad.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
It's not bad.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
I don't know if I'm gonna play Fall Guys today. Probably not.
퍼레이드를 시작할게. 퍼레이드를 시작할게.
Wait, did I just build? I just versed my guildmate. It's a guildmate. Let's see the team. Yeah, so yeah, that's exactly what I said. Cream Unicorn, Rye, Eclair, Caramel Arrow, and Financier was the team. Avery? Okay. Hopefully I can remember it. They're busy hitting the bosses.
퍼레이드를 시작할게. 퍼레이드를 시작할게. 퍼레이드를 시작할게. 인도하실 겁니다. 고국의 영역. 퍼레이드를 시작할게.
위대한 연구가 될 겁니다.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
안심하고 들이키시죠.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
Ruli and Leah are the cats' names. Ruli and Leah.
곧 왕국의 승리다.
Dang, they do so much damage. No, I don't have any favorite ships on cookies. That's that means nothing to me.
훈련한 대로만 따라와 주시오.
I don't take part of those things. Just because I don't think.
모조리 날려주마.
안심하고 위대한 연구가 될
퍼레이드를
겁니다.
시작할게. 퍼레이드를 시작할게.
모조리 날려주마.
안심하고 들이키시죠.
퍼레이드를
모조리
시작할게.
날려주마.
위대한 연구가 될 겁니다.
퍼레이드를 시작할게. 퍼레이드를
Camera arrow.
위대한 연구
Well, I use full solid almond, but it just depends on what you go for, right?
모조리 날려주마.
퍼레이드를
Oh, this is gonna come down. Wow, that was close. That was really close. My goodness.
성벽을 지켜냈습니다.
All right, privacy. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck with your class.
너희를 어떻게 해줄까?
No. I don't think Caramel Earl needs the buff or nerf. Well, there's no nerfs coming. Trust me, there's no nerfs coming. Nerfs are not a thing in this game. Just know that. You guys should not be expecting a nerf to come. It's not happening.
죄송합니다.
믿어주신 덕분입니다.
I have full solid as well, but I'm not sure how much damage this I should have. Well, if you have a full solid element, you need at least 40 something percent. If you want to have a really good damage resist.
가장 가까운 곳에서 전하를 지키겠습니다.
Nice. Welcome to the
모조리 날려주마.
welcome to the Discord. My problem is the archer. What's your team, Caviar?
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
위대한 연구가
모조리
될 겁니다.
날려주마.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
이것이
모조리
제
날려주마.
명령입니다.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
위대한 연구가 될 겁니다.
퍼레이드를
모조리
시작할게.
날려주마.
이것이 제 명령입니다.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
모조리 날려주마.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
1429. You're gonna need good damage resist, and then you're gonna need someone. You need some stunners for your team. Yeah, Dark Cacao, Wildberry, Pure Vanilla Content, Eclair. No, you can actually use that. Except maybe no. I think you can use that. What level are your treasures?
내 놀이공원으로 초대할게.
모조리 날려주마.
퍼레이드를 시작할게. 퍼레이드를 시작할게.
No. What level are your cookies?
시작할게.
And then what level are your treasures?
모조리 날려주마.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
Ah, they have purple yam again. Oh, it's not that high though.
날려주마.
Yes, this comp will struggle against summoners. That's why I don't verse it. Dun, dun, dun. Well, you need to have like 40 something plus, and also I don't know what your treasure levels are. Treasure level comes down to being able to heal a lot too. So if your treasure levels are lower, then you're gonna have some hard time for 14-29.
모조리
Good teams against Summoner. Frost Queen, Espresso, Eclair are usually pretty good.
날려주마.
10 RB. Right now, I'm guessing it's this. What, the scroll? Scroll and all that?
위대한 연구가 될 겁니다. 더 열심히 연구할 의욕이 나는군요.
What's up, your local cake? Well, then that means your treasure levels are not that bad. It's probably your...
이번 전투는 역사에 어떻게 기록될까요?
It's probably your timing then. You have to stun. Are you studying the are you studying Dark Choco while before he does his lightning? Episode 10? Well, episode 10 you can do it without like crazy high level treasures. It helps out, but I've seen people reach episode 14 with like level 3 treasures. For scroll. Then Brendo, I would suggest maybe using I want to say you probably need a little bit more damage resist on your tanks, and maybe switching out the middle lane for solid almond or mixture build. Not cotton. I don't recommend you change cottons, but maybe it's for some other ones like maybe Eclair you can do it.
모조리 날려주마.
What should I buy in the Wishing Star shop if you finish Disney? I would recommend buying the Radiant Shards if you have everything. Radiant Shards first, and then you can go with whatever else you want. The one dying is Cream Unicorn. Perfect. Then that means you probably should put Solid Almond on them, Brendo. And I don't recommend you use Cream Unicorn for that particular stage. You're using cotton, right? You said? Then probably use pomegranate instead. It might actually help out. Oh, I'm dead. Dang it. Probably use pomegranate, parfait, cotton, eclair, wallberry. That might work out. What's up, Hugo?
감히 왕에 오른
I don't have much rarity. Go farm them. Dark mode.
모조리 날려주마.
Go farm soulstones. What? Final strike? I believe your cookies don't matter, right? I mean your labs don't matter, right? It's just your treasure level that may matter a little bit. And your toppings. What's up, Sonia? Right? Can you confirm that for me, Hugo? If lab doesn't matter and labs and bonds don't matter inside a final strike.
다음에도 이렇게 부탁드립니다.
Yes. Yes for what? Yes for my thing? Promoting cookies. Eventually, yes, it does. Eventually, it does. Eventually, it will become a huge
더
thing.
이상의
모조리 날려주마.
퍼레이드를 시작할게. 퍼레이드를 시작할게.
위대한 연구가 될 겁니다.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
안심하고
모조리
들키시죠.
날려주마.
위대한 연구가 될 겁니다.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
안심하고 들이키시죠. 위대한 연구가 될
Juicy apple jelly is okay, but if you shouldn't be using juicy apple jelly for 14-29.
날려주마.
Yeah, Hugo, you might have to manually do yours a little bit
역사에 기록될 전투였습니다.
for Final Strike. I don't know why. I'm able to beat it because it might just be because my Caramel Arrow was 2-star Ascension and Wildberry was 5-star Promotion that I was able to beat it. But it shouldn't be like my Pure Vanilla died, right? If you watch the video, my Pure Vanilla actually died. But I was still able to beat it just because Caramel Arrow was able to do more damage. So it can come down to that Ascension portion that might make a difference for you. Just because. So yeah, try to see that.
카카오 왕국은 영원하리.
You can beat 12-30 without Eclair. I beat it without Eclair too. At the time when I did it, there was no Eclair. Eclair made things so much easier.
분별하려 합니다.
Purple thing used to upgrade lab and cookie houses. Oh, Aurora materials. You have to do the train, Trio wishes, and those are like the best ways to get the Aurora materials, like daily. Wildberry and Caramel Arrow, yeah, attack speed is important, I say, because Wildberry needs to keep hitting, and then Caramel Arrow is most important, I'll say. Caramel Arrow is the most important. If you give it to Pure Vanilla, it's not bad either, because Pure Vanilla will heal for you. So yeah. 11-2. Parfait will help you out, your local cake, just because I remember 11-2 is the snake, right? The poison. Poison damage is a lot. There's a lot of poison damage that comes out. So if you don't have enough damage just on your cookies or a burst heal, then you definitely are going to have a better one for Parfait. Klee, I see that you're using 11-27. Are you dodging Raspberry's attack? If you're not dodging Raspberry's attack, your team is not going to survive. Looking at it, your Frost Queen is useless on that stage for the boss. So I mean, Jocelyn, I did it without even replacing any of the three. It was just coming down to the Caramel Arrow and Wildberry for me, and that really helped out. I did it without changing the ancient, just so that I wanted people to see that you can do it. But oh my god, cat's going crazy.
안심하고 위대한 연구가 될 겁니다.
모조리 날려주마.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
All right, Licorice, see you. Thanks for joining. Can I replace Wildberry with Financier? Yes, you can. You can do it. It's better to use Wildberry because Wildberry adds that final attack, like the damage that you might need. But yeah, you can definitely do it without Wildberry. It's not like it's required. Good build for Parfait. Inside of story mode, full Swift Chocolate is going to be the best way to go.
모조리 날려주마.
Oh, how do you pronounce your name? Did I pronounce it wrong? I probably did pronounce it wrong. It's Jacqueline or See ya, Sonya.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
I don't know about Camaro getting another magic candy. Camaro is good enough right now. Probably not for a very long time until it gets power creep by other cookies.
연구가 될 겁니다.
Jacqueline? Jacqueline is right?
전투였습니다.
Did I say Jacqueline, right? Hey! What are you doing? Let her out. Leah went into the bag that the shirts were in, and then Bruli was like on top of the bag.
모조리 날려주마.
안심하고 위대한 연구.
Who's a better healer, Parfait or Cotton? Parfait will do more healing eventually,
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
but Cotton will be better for you overall.
퍼레이드를 시작할게. 퍼레이드를 시작할게.
I am excited for the updates in general, and for the new cookies, of course.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
모조리 날려주마.
Maybe I should just use Monocle instead of the Jelly Watch. Kind of seems like my cookies are just very weak,
음악이
or like gets bursted. Is herb still meta? Depends. You can definitely use herb, but you don't have to anymore. Six, 10, and 2? Oh, Clee, what's that for? What stage were you asking about? Oh, dude, your Jelly Launch, it should not be level 10. That's really bad. That's really bad. I want to end stream soon. You're in 1127. Your common treasure should not be level 10. Your common treasure should be at least 12. And your rare treasures being 6 is kind of bad too, but you don't need the slingshot for raspberry. It's probably better to change it to the feather. But looking at your treasure level, I have a feeling your feather is probably level 2 or 1. So probably going with the horn, the gatekeeper's keeper's horn might be just better. Episode 13, I'm mainly struggling with the frost spirits. That one that, oh yeah. Well, the mountain ants are hard to deal with. That is for sure. That was hard for me too. Get off.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
위대한 연구가 될 겁니다.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
모조리 날려주마.
For that, then, oh my god. I would say for episode 13, you're probably just gonna have to go with either using a cookie that's gonna, help you heal a lot more, or just put more damage resist on your cookie cake. Episode 13-2. I think
모조리 날려주마.
13-2.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
13-2. Well, like I said, Lily, I think you need to look at your toppings. You said your cookies are pretty high level. 50 something is pretty good. I would say higher level 50s are ideal for episode 13, but I have a feeling you gotta look at your toppings mainly. Oh, please. No, Camaro died. I'm
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
14-9 is pretty tough. Make sure you don't use any cookies that are going to do continuous damage.
내가 쓰러진다 해도
When you're in episode 14, are you in mid game or late game? Well, it depends, because to be honest with you could be in mid game and still reach episode 14. The story mode doesn't determine where you are inside of the game, because late game is, I would say, when you get into like dark mode,
모조리 날려주마.
episode 14 or episode 13 will be like the late game, I'll say. You can get into episode 14 nowadays pretty easily, I would say. A lot better, a lot easier than before, for sure. What's up, Mochi?
모조리 날려주마.
Yeah, Crunchy Chip is really good for episode 9 too because of the fact that there's a summoners, right? The summoners are just really good in episode 9. Well, but the amount of crystals you get and once you get to episode 10, you should have enough mileage points to level up your jelly watch to at least level like 12. It's ow. Hey. It's not that hard to get a common treasure up to level 12, guys. Trust me on this. It's not that hard. As long as you're spending your mileage points on your treasure ticket, you should be able to get to like level 12 by like episode, I would say 8. 1330. My common treasures are 12. Rare treasures. Chomps, what cookies are you using?
모조리 날려주마.
What cookies are you using for that? What team are you using for episode 1330? Oh, there you go, Hugo. Good job. Level 4 jelly watch. What in the world are you doing? You're in episode 9. No, please start spending your mileage points on your treasure tickets. Oh my gosh, that's really bad. You're gonna regret it later on. Trust me on that. I've seen too many people do that. Two cookies level 60 plus, and the rest of them are below 60. Well, like I said, episode 13, you ideal level around 55, 54. You can probably beat it. Yeah. I would say saving stamina jelly for the update might be a good idea right now. You have around 4 days, less than 4 days now. So saving it will definitely help out, just so that you get a little bit of a head start when it actually drops, and you don't need to wait for your stamina to recharge. 1422 caramel arrow, cotton, wildberry, eclair, and pure vanilla. You have to use parfait nowadays. What is that? Joaquin. 1422. I recommend you use parfait. Pure vanilla and cotton do not do enough heal. Yeah. You need to buy treasure tickets with your mileage points. Yeah, you have to buy treasure tickets with your mileage points. Like, getting the watch is like almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed. You shouldn't be buying... You really shouldn't be buying cookies with mileage points every single time. That's not... Unless it's like certain cookies you really need, you should not be buying them. The only cookies that I recommend you if you don't have any is someone like, you know, wildberry, someone like eclair and cotton. But if you don't... If it's not that, then I don't recommend you ever buying it. Just wait for the gacha. Do I like OJ? I have no, like, yeah, I don't hate him or like him. I feel like it's just he's there. He really doesn't have too much impact on the Cookie Run Kingdom community anymore. I feel like he literally streams only when an update drops, and he streams for like an hour and does gacha, and that's it. What can I say about Black Pearl? I don't know. It just seems broken. Cookie Run Kingdom is just not his main game anymore. Or not anymore. It was never his main game.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
His main game is for Supercell.
안심하고 위대한 연구가 될 겁니다.
You know? Sure, he made a lot of different contents in the beginning, but he just doesn't play the game anymore. He literally logs on, just logs on.
이번 전투
He makes good videos though. Definitely makes way better videos than I do. His quality of videos are really good. I mean, he's been doing it for so long, so.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
Exactly, like I said, OJ has another game that he plays. This is not his main game.
퍼레이드를 시작할게. 퍼레이드를 시작할게.
Opinion on Genshin Impact.
모조리 날려주마.
Lost interest in the game.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
I don't play that game anymore, so.
모조리 날려주마.
안심하고 위대한 연구가 될
퍼레이드를
겁니다.
시작할게.
모조리 날려주마.
퍼레이드를 시작할게.
Should I go with? Like I said, you're fine right now for your team in episode 9. You should be going for treasures rather than going for Wildberry or Dark Choco. You need to focus on treasures. You really need to. Level 4 is like really bad. That means you really didn't, like, you literally did not spend any treasure tickets. It's like really bad. Really, really bad. No, don't spend your crystals on treasures though. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't spend crystals on treasure. You should be using mileage points. It's easy to get mileage points now, guys. It's so much easier than before. It's so much easier than before. Should definitely not be spending. I'll do this later, probably. Yes, you should be pulling using your mileage points. So once you pull on the cookie gotcha, so for example, if I do a 10 pull here, right? You always get mileage points for pulling anything nowadays. Like you literally get mileage points for pulling commons and rares and epics. Okay, you need to save up these mileage points and then you go here and then you just buy treasure tickets. All right, you don't need to spend everything. I'm not telling you to spend everything, but this thing needs to happen. All right, so for example, I buy 21 of these. All right, I'm gonna do 5 pull here. Look, commons trick come out 3 out of 5. All right, Jelly Watch. All right, 2 Jelly Watch. All right. Another Jelly Watch. It's like almost guaranteed to get a Jelly Watch. Out of 5 roll, you should be able to get at least 1 or 2 Jelly Watches. So Soul Core, you need 1 more. Then just go. Well, you just need to wait, I guess. Just wait. I'm sure you'll get 1 for the next gacha. Oh, well, I got 300 mileage point for Custard because my Custard is maxed Ascension Soul Core, so I can't get any more. That's the reason why. I get more. But without even having it maxed out, you still get a lot because they changed the system so you can get mileage points either way. Yeah. I already finished Odyssey. There's no Odyssey. I'm done with Odyssey. Well, that's the thing. You already wasted so much, right? So start saving now. Gotta start saving. Nice. MS chair. You can get him up to 70, but if you're sacrificing other cookies level, no, there should not be. You should not do it. But I guess yeah. Yam's magic candy is way better than Milk's. Orion, it depends on your server. Master 3, it depends on your server. For it will be different on Hollowberry server compared to pure vanillas. I don't know where Hollowberries is right now. So Black Mass return. I heard you gotta use Summoner comp for it. You gotta protect Gingerrave. I'm always on pure vanilla. Pure vanilla unless it's no cookie gacha account. My main account is on pure vanilla. Castle skin? I like this one or dark cacao. But anyways, guys, I want to end it here for today. 3 hours of live stream. I think that's good enough. We discussed a lot about a lot of different things. I will be making more videos, probably about the next update. Maybe I'll do it about other things. I don't know. I'll have to still think about it. But thank you so much for joining in today. All right, I will be, like I said, I will make sure to upload more things and let you guys know, help you guys out. Let me know what you guys are expecting, what you guys want to know. I will get to it as soon as possible. But thank you guys all for joining. I will be posting about the merch, all right? About the merch. I'll take a picture of this and then I'll put it on my community post as well as the Discord. So let me know what your thoughts are on the merch, so I can get some more feedbacks and then I can adjust whatever I need to adjust. But thank you guys all for joining today. Make sure to hit that like button before you guys go out, all right? And I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? See ya.